And we are live. Welcome to the Whatever Dating Talk podcast. Thank you for tuning in tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. We are coming to you live from Santa Barbara, California, every Sunday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. I am your host, Brian Atlas. I'm joined by my co-host, Kiki. She's somewhere back. Yeah, there she is. She's a bit shy. Guys, a few quick announcements before the show begins. This podcast is viewer supported, heavy YouTube demonetization, all that, so we don't make much from ad revenue. So please consider donating through Streamlabs instead of super chatting, as YouTube takes a 30% cut. So if you super chat 100, YouTube takes $30. If you donate 100 through Streamlabs, they only take like 3. Donations and super chats $5 and up will be displayed in stream overlay. All super chats all super chats $100 and up will be read. Instant text to speech TTS is $200 and up. Other triggers, we got air horn, fireworks, mute a microphone, and making me put on a World War I uniform. Guys, I will make an effort to get to the super chats sooner this way. Instead of pushing a lot of them towards the end of the show. I boosted it up tonight because I want tonight's show to run a bit more smoothly. We have a full house here. I've been getting a lot of feedback from people that it's distracting, and a lot of people in the comments saying I'm a bit of a space case to begin with, so it kind of tends to derail the conversations a bit. So we're going to play around with it. At this rate, we might lower it back down. We might keep it, but yeah. So one thing with the super chats, guys, please keep it respectful with the super chats, donations, and TTS. Roasting is okay, but if you're outright just like excessively, egregiously toxic, we reserve the right to not show or read it. Guys, we also have channel memberships. To become a channel member, hit that join button. You get a cool badge next to your name and chat. We have 6 different tiers of support. If you want to submit a video or call into the show, we got tier 5 and 6. Tier 1 is just $5 a month. You can also gift memberships. We are 10 memberships away from unlocking the next emoji slot. Guys, we're also live on Twitch right now. Do me a favor, pull up another tab. Go to twitch.tv/whatever. Drop us a follow and a Prime sub if you have one. Quick, free, easy way to support the show every month. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you link it to Twitch. Guys, we also got merch, shop.whatever.com. Yep, look at all those awful t-shirts. Okay. Follow us also on Instagram at whatever. Any girls who want to be on the show, DM at whatever on Instagram. And yeah, just feel free to shoot us a DM. And also, we're looking to hire someone to do timestamps. Chaz, he's got some other jobs lined up. So unfortunately, I think in 2 weeks he's moving on. Or soon he's moving on, not 2 weeks. But so if anyone's down to help out with timestamps, paid position, you know, we'll discuss it in the DMs. We need them done during the show live, so shoot me a DM at whatever. If you guys can't catch the full shows, we have a Clips channel. The link for that is in the description. Go subscribe. Without further ado, we're going to have the guests introduce themselves. So please tell us your name, age, and occupation. Go ahead.
My name's Alexa. I'm 27. I'm a noob Twitch streamer, and then primarily I am a manager for models and a creative director at an OnlyFans agency called Chic. That's me.
My name is Karina. I am, we have to say our age?
Yep.
I'm 26, and I am a producer of content, and I'm a writer.
Why? What was the hesitation with the age there?
Usually you don't ask a woman her age.
What kind of content do you do?
I produce skits, vlogs.
Like OnlyFans?
No.
No OnlyFans?
No OnlyFans.
So normally you don't ask a woman her age. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I've heard that term for like old women.
For old women?
Like
I
old
say all
women
because like age is like but a number, and it's like, why do we have to say that?
I think judgment comes when you give a certain age. Like if I said I was 21, I might not get as much respect if I said I'm 32.
I don't know about that one. You probably, I suspect you might get more respect.
It depends on the person, like honestly, but why does it matter?
There's some people that really have mommy issues, so they prefer older women. Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you can say that
totally
out loud.
did.
Wait, so you normally don't ask a woman her age?
Yeah, that's not like.
It's such a
that's
cliche,
not,
but
that's not like the first and foremost question. Like I get you asking for my like username or my but like my age. Interesting.
what? That seems like a basic demographic question to ask somebody.
I guess. Do you want to know like my ethnicity and like what my sexual preference is too?
I certainly
We might get
might.
into that?
What is your
Okay.
ethnicity while we're at it?
I'm from Russia, so
Oh,
but I'm
that-
Caucasian basically. Yeah.
Aren't Russians or
From the Caucasus Mountains, yeah. I'm from Uzbekistan too, so that's another
oh,
free ball. But yeah.
okay. What about you?
Me? Oh, I'm half.
Into the mic. No. Your name, age, occupation. Into the mic, please.
My name is Susan. I am a registered nurse, and I do some content online. I just started with a new
age,
agency. Oh,
age.
I'm 21 years old.
No, you're not.
Okay, Brian. I'm 35.
Okay.
Scorpio. What else?
So you said you do content. What kind of content do you do?
I do content. I don't do nudity.
So you have an OnlyFans though.
I do.
Okay.
I do, but I just
Sure.
signed with a new agency.
Okay.
Siren Agency, and hopefully I can get some more stuff going. And yeah, but I have a day job too.
You're a nurse.
Yeah.
What, like pediatric, NICU?
Surgeries.
Surgery. Okay. What about you?
I'm Ella. I'm 18. I go to UCSB, and I'm a biochem major.
Okay, rock and roll. What about you?
My name's Reese. I'm 18 years old, and I'm a communications major at the University of California, Santa Barbara.
Cool. What about you?
I'm Kayla, aka Enola Blaze. I am 25 and I do OnlyFans.
Can I have you just tilt the microphone down towards you just to add?
Is that good?
Perfect. Okay, you do OnlyFans?
Yes.
How long have you been doing that?
9 months, I think.
Okay, got it. What about you?
Hi, my name is Lindsay. I'm 18 years old. I go to Santa Barbara City College, and I'm an entrepreneurship major.
My name's Haley. I'm 18 years old. I go to San Diego Miramar Community College, majoring in engineering with an emphasis in physics, and I work for the family business.
My name is Rico. I am 34 years old. I am a poker player, Uber driver, fitness model, actor, comedian. I do it all.
All around great guy.
I'm all around great guy.
All around great guy. Cool. All right, so
Thank you for having me on,
yo,
Brian.
thank you for
I
coming,
appreciate
man. So everyone's Instagrams are in the description, guys. Show them some love, give them a follow. If you're a short girl, my DMs are open. Okay, so we're gonna go around the table once more. Current relationship status: single, friends with benefits, talking stage, situationship, relationship. Are you any of these? And your longest relationship? Go ahead.
So right now, kind of like talking situationship. My longest relationship was 5 years, from 19 to 24. And then just a little bit of situationships after that, like during, COVID Bay and all that, and how it goes.
I'm in a really serious situationship right now. It's been going for like 2 years, so I'm in love, but I'm also not really in a relationship until I'm married, so yeah.
Wait, sorry. Could you just repeat which one you were?
My relationship
Yeah, single,
status?
right?
Yeah, like situationship,
Oh,
but like talking, like,
With
same
just-
person, just one person.
How long?
I don't
How long
really
has
date.
that been going on?
I've known him for 2 years.
2 years, gotcha.
Yeah.
And you're in a 2-year situationship too.
It's more serious than hers. I
More
know her
serious than her.
personally, yeah.
Oh, you guys know each other.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
besties.
got it. What about you?
I'm single.
Longest relationship?
3 years.
3 years. Have you ever been married?
No.
Any kids?
No.
Okay.
I have a dog.
A dog. Okay, that's
My kid.
your child.
That's my baby.
That's your baby. There you go.
I'm single. Longest relationship is non-existent.
One question on that. So, you've never had a relationship?
No.
Okay. What is the longest period of time that you've talked to somebody?
I'd say honestly probably like a week.
1 week.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to come back to the 1 week thing. I'm going to let everyone get through this really quick first, though. Go ahead.
I'm currently single, but the longest relationship I've ever been in lasted a year.
When did that end?
It was all throughout my junior year of high school.
Okay, so that was two years ago?
Yeah, it was a
1 year?
while ago.
Okay, gotcha. Besides that, let's say in college, what's the longest period of time you've been seeing a guy? Because you said you're a freshman at UCSB,
Yeah,
correct?
I'm a
Okay.
freshman. I was actually in a relationship about 2 months ago. I was dating that guy for about 6 months, but, long distance is really difficult. Didn't work out.
Oh, it was long distance?
Yeah, we were long distance.
And it ended 2 months ago?
Yeah, January.
Okay. Where was he?
Back at home, Bay Area.
Bay Area, okay. Why did he dump you?
I actually ended things with him.
Why is that?
I just wasn't getting enough out of the relationship. He would call me maybe once a week, very little communication. It just you want more out of a relationship.
You mentioned he would call you once a week.
Right, he would call me maybe once a week, and then I would be trying to call him multiple times a week, and he would pick up maybe 50% of the time.
Okay, so you were trying.
Oh no, I was
to.
absolutely putting in
Okay.
effort, but then it got to a point where, it's really exhausting to
Yeah.
be the one carrying the relationship on your
Definitely.
back. So
Got
yeah,
it.
I got tired.
Okay. Enola, what about you?
I am single. I'm also a mom. My longest relationship, I would say I never really had a real boyfriend or real relationship, but the
Thank you, Davon.
longest ever lasted was probably 3 years, I think.
What about the relationship with the father of your son? Or is it? Sorry,
It's a girl.
or your kid. Do you know who the father is?
Yes, I know who the father is, but I wouldn't consider it a relationship because I just think I was really brainwashed and I got into it for wrong reasons and it just led.
Were you in a cult?
No.
Brainwashed? Like a sex cult?
No, he
Nihilum
was
or
like my
whatever?
pimp.
He was your pimp?
Yeah.
Your pimp?
Huh?
Your pimp?
You heard it right. Yeah,
Yes.
I think she said pimp.
Oh, good times.
Pimping ain't easy.
Pimpin' ain't easy. Okay, so you previously did proper sex work then?
Correct.
Prostitution?
Correct.
Okay. How long were you doing that for?
I started doing that probably 18.
18 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you still doing sex, that kind of sex work? Just a little closer to the mic.
Very seldom.
Very seldom. Okay. But occasionally.
Occasionally.
And then you're also, you said you do OnlyFans too,
Yes.
correct?
Yep.
Do you do traditional corn?
I don't do that
Not
anymore.
anymore, but you do have OnlyFans.
Correct.
Okay, so you're single, and you said you've never really been in a relationship.
No.
Okay.
I've wanted to.
What is the longest period of time that you've seen a guy? Well, I suppose you're pimp, right? But
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I was really in love with somebody, which is who took my virginity. I was in love with him since I'm gonna say 8 to probably 18, and just never.
Can I
never
ask
took
a
me
question?
seriously.
Wait, you said
8 to
You said what? Was
8 to 18, I was in love with somebody. I pursued him that long.
8?
8 years old.
How old was he?
Sheesh.
How old was he?
3 years older than me. I
3
think.
years older?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, as long as it
No.
wasn't like a grooming
No,
experience
no,
or anything
no,
like
no.
that. Yeah,
Oh.
you're good.
okay, cool. Welcome to Soft White Underbelly. I'm your host. What's his name? Mark or some? Have you been
What's that?
Have you been on Soft White Underbelly?
No, I'm not. This is my first podcast.
Really?
Yes.
You should. You should go on Soft White Underbelly.
I want to go on a lot of podcasts. Honestly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, because he brings on a lot of people with interesting pasts. So I'll try to get you connected with him if that's something
I'd
that might
appreciate
interest you. What about you?
I'm currently single and I've never been in a committed relationship.
Never been. What situationship? Is there a guy you're talking to right now?
No one seriously.
Have
Very
you,
rare.
since you've been on the show before, have there been any suitors who have DM'd you?
Yes, I got many very nice messages.
Really?
Yeah, I got a very overwhelmingly nice, and they weren't
couple-
all just hitting on me.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to hear. A couple mean ones though.
There were
It
a
happens.
handful of mean ones, but
I
they
get-
were like unfounded. It was kind of random stuff.
Unfounded, good
Yeah.
word. So how many suitors DM'd you?
100?
100 off that one show?
Yeah.
Any sugar daddy offers?
Nope, no sugar daddy offers.
Oh, okay. Good times. So nobody really you're talking to though.
Well, I have a friend who's connected me with a couple of friends that she knows that she kind of wants to set me up with, but
Okay.
it's long distance, and I'm not interested in starting something
Sure.
long distance. And yeah,
Okay. And have any of the guys who DM'd you, have they offered to fly you out to like Miami or LA or any shit like that?
well, I wouldn't fly to LA.
But have you had the offers? Well, Miami
No,
or
I had-
Vegas, how about that?
I had one guy tell me to come to Toronto, and then another guy told me to come to Nashville, but they didn't offer to buy my ticket.
Okay, got it. What about you?
I'm in a relationship right now. It's my only boyfriend I've ever had. We've been dating for 4 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
So I lost my virginity at 13, and I've pretty much had a girlfriend ever since then. Not one girlfriend, multiple girlfriends. I've always had a girlfriend. I've never not had a girlfriend. So
13.
yeah,
That's young.
Ninth grade.
That's
ninth
young.
grade. I had a growth spurt from 8th grade to 9th grade.
How tall are
and
you, by the way?
6'4".
6'4".
6'4".
You're a Chad.
I am.
You're a Chad.
Yeah, I get that. I get that a lot. But yeah, man, life's good in the dating world. But no, I mean, no, it still sucks. It still sucks. Women are awful sometimes. Most of the time. Most of the time. But I love them, so whatever. You know,
Okay. So are you currently in a relationship?
always.
You have how many girls are you seeing right now?
Like two and a half.
2.5.
2.5.
So one is oral.
Well, no, all right. Like one is like, she hasn't been what's the word, like
She's not a
promoted. She
female?
hasn't been promoted.
Not promoted.
Yeah, she hasn't been promoted to.
Oh,
She hasn't been
man.
promoted to like official girlfriend. She's not under my protection, if you will.
Under your
She's not been
She's
trained.
auditioning.
Yeah,
That
she's
is
still
what
no,
you're
yeah,
saying.
she's still on probation. She's still on probation.
She's
There's
on
a probationary
period. What?
Yeah.
How long
90 days?
How long is the probationary period?
Ooh, that's tough. I would say probation lasts. I don't know, man. I run a tight ship. You got like 3-4 months to like not fuck up. And then it's over.
Have you always dated multiple women, or would you say you've had periods of monogamy, or?
Well, I tried it when I was like 21, but I was like, man, I almost said the R word. This is ridiculous. Like, look, I got all this testosterone. Like, why would I do, like, no guy anywhere works 40, 50, 60 hours a week to be like, oh, I just want to smash one girl forever. Like, I want her to come tell me to take out the trash. Like, no, that's stupid. So I'm not doing that.
No, you're supposed to do that by yourself.
What, take out the trash?
Yeah, she shouldn't ask you to take out the trash.
She should do it, right?
No, men should do it. Actually, I had an ex of mine tell me
So
that.
you would be on probation.
You're on probation.
Yeah, you would be on probation.
I used to take
Probation.
out the trash. I used to take out the trash, and my ex told me that whenever he had somebody do that, like a woman do that, he didn't love her anymore. He like told me that, and we
Well,
broke
that
up, like,
guy
a week
was
later.
weird.
But
You're
anyway.
dating a weirdo.
This is why I'm single. I can't.
I-
I'm mean to guys, unfortunately.
You're mean to guys?
Sometimes. It depends on my mood.
Explain that. How are you mean to men?
Well, the thing is, I'm not in my 20s anymore, so I've had experiences with different types of dating, even though I've always been in relationships. And then, it's like I was dating in Los Angeles, so I've seen a good amount of different species, okay, of
Species.
species.
I think that's illegal.
So you think you could be
That
mean
might
to me?
be illegal.
No, I mean,
Horses
I'm just not, I'm
or
not
dogs?
mean like, hey, F off or anything like that. It's just I don't have
Lizards?
patience.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have patience.
You got to speak into the mic.
Patience.
Thank you for dropping your octaves a few there. Okay. So you don't have patience for men.
I don't have patience for boys, correct. Thank you.
So I have a theory that women that have never played organized sports, either gaming, we'll say band, their dad wasn't in their life. Oh, sorry, actually. That they make horrible girlfriends.
That weren't in organized sports.
Yeah, they have to be in organized sports. If their dad wasn't around, maybe band, like a discipline of some sort.
What is? I'm just interested to know what's the connection between having a dad and organized sports.
I'm
not even disagreeing. I just want to know what's your parallel.
Because of being in a relationship, you have to have patience and discipline. So if your dad wasn't around to discipline you, that's that. If you've never been in organized sports or a team, you don't have patience.
Are you saying that moms are worse disciplinarians than dads? Like, is that your point?
Yes,
you think
absolutely.
so?
I know so.
But women are the people that are like actually rearing the children and have them majority of the time. I do think dads play a very important role, but I don't think
as
like
disciplinarians.
True, but they do more than that. Dads are also supposed to show their daughters how they're supposed to be loved and treated and to like set their boundaries and all that kind of stuff as well. So I do agree with you that like a strong both paternal and maternal figure are important in self-development, but as far as like moms not being capable, my mom whooped my ass. So like no. My dad never spanked me ever. I was like baby girl. So
I didn't say they weren't capable.
You said they're worse at it, but it's like my dad literally like would never ever spank me, and my mom, and I'm thankful for her. Like,
so why do you equate discipline to like violence and spankings?
It's not necessarily violence. We could go into the whole like the whole debate of whether it's like okay to like spank your kids and whatnot, but that's kind of a whole different topic.
But discipline is just rules.
Yeah, but obviously I'm using like spanking as a representation for discipline, not necessarily saying that's only the way to discipline your children.
I also think boys are more likely to be coddled by their moms, and like our mothers like will discipline us harder than they would their sons. Which is why it's also important for a man to or a male to have like a father in his life.
But overall, I agree with you. But I get the connection with team sports being like a team player. But I guess my question is, if you are asking these things of your women that are on probation, what do you provide to them in return as part of being, captain of the team if you're being the leader?
What do I provide?
Yeah.
He's a 6'4" chap. Hello?
I mean,
looks fade. People get hunches in their back.
Black don't crack. Right?
Right? It does not crack.
Does not crack. No crack. Zero crack.
What they get to be with me. I mean, you get
like,
protection.
What do you offer?
Safety for one. I think that is one thing that is very undervalued in relationships. Is the safety you get. You essentially have a bodyguard when you go out into the world.
I mean,
you don't.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't completely agree with that because, like.
Well, it depends on who you date.
Yeah, it depends on the person. Like, it's not every guy who's going to protect you that you're going to be with. And then you shouldn't be with that man if he can't protect you. Yeah. And also, before we move on to the subject, my dad passed away when I was 11, and I've never participated in any school sports or anything like that.
No, he didn't say that there was a correlation between having a father and participation in school sports.
No, I know
He
that,
said you were just listing.
He's listing things, but I'm saying, like, I don't meet both of those criteria.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Let me just do a couple things here. Guys, just since we shifted it, I just want to do a reminder on the super chats and donations. We've boosted the read trigger to 100. So read answer, the trigger to 100. TTS is now set to 200. I just want a smooth show. Last show is just a bit overwhelming with all the soup chats, so I might lower it again. But just as you guys are kind of coming into the stream, I just want to let you guys know. So I just want to also, but with that, I will be able to get to the read ones faster. So Davon Jackson, thank you for the 100, man. Appreciate it. Stop being an asshole and answer the questions asked to you. You're not cool or clever or fighting for women's rights. You're just being a dickhead.
Who's that directed to? To me?
Who do you think that's directed to?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
I think it's related to the age thing. Probably you.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't fight for women's rights. I only fight for women's wrongs. That's all I'm here for, to be honest.
What are women's wrongs?
Anything wrong. do not fight for
Being
anything.
promiscuous?
I don't fight for equality. I believe that it was so much better in the 70s when men went to war and when women just like sat in the house and got poems sent to them.
I'm not sure if you're being facetious or if
I
you're
am a little bit.
A little bit facetious.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little satirical, but.
All right. That's wonderful. All right, Davon Jackson, thank you for the $100 soup chat. Stop staring at the chat. You look ridiculous. Pay attention to the conversation. Davon, thank you so much for the support, man. I want to give a big shout out and a heartfelt thank you to Davon, who's been one of our long-term supporters for months now, before we even really started picking up steam. So Davon, thank you for your continued support week after week, month after month. I really appreciate you constantly supporting and being a patron of the show. Thank you, man. Okay, and we can, pull that one up while we have it. Yo, Scott Aragon, thank you for the 100, man. 85% of all youths in prison come from fatherless homes. Fathers keep their sons out of prisons and daughters off the stripper pole. Scott, that is profound and true.
Correlation does not imply causation. So first of all, show me the studies and then show me how they gathered that data.
It's the majority of men in prisons were raised in single mother households.
That's negating all the other environmental factors.
Sure, there's other factors. It's not a guarantee if you're raised by a single mother that you're going to become a criminal, but
I see that it's more likely if you use that statistic to kind of boost your argument, but that statistic in and of itself isn't a good argument.
What do you mean?
It's not a strong argument. It's one facet to a very complicated social
actually
structure.
one of the strongest predictors of criminality aside from socioeconomics is growing up in a one parent, or it's not even necessarily one parent household. It's growing up without a father. It's a major predictor.
It can, there are indicators and you can pull out these data points, of course. You can say if you wear a bra to bed, if 51% of women that wear a bra to bed get breast cancer, you can say wearing a bra to bed causes breast cancer. But you're not looking at, okay, what's the air quality like in that area? Why were those people placed in that area? What kind of policing is around that area that causes them to stay in that area more?
What kind of policing causes breast cancer, though? I think that
what?
That's not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying at all. But my point is
going to be the dumbest thing.
Regardless of the example, my point is that one data point, even if you can pull out data points and say, hey, this is more likely in this scenario, true, but that doesn't cause it, or correlation does not imply causation. There's a ton of other factors.
But you can, removing all the stats, and they have done studies on this, and they take quite a bit of biographical information from prisoners upon intake, and they've done studies on this. Removing all that, though, I think it's just almost common knowledge that it's better to grow up with two parents versus one.
I actually agree with you guys. And just because I might have a counterpoint and maybe a little devil's advocate doesn't mean I agree with the overall point that a two-parent household is better and creates more well-rounded people. However, it's just not it's not a strong argument, and it's an incorrect use of data.
But it's a fact. You can't disagree with a fact.
It's not a fact. It's just a data point. It's a fact. The data point in and of itself is a fact, but the conclusion that you're drawing from the data point isn't a fact. That's a hypothesis.
That's like saying all the people in all the NBA the percentage of NBA players that are black are 75%. That's a fact. You can't. It doesn't matter.
So it's more
But being black isn't the overall factor of why they're in the NBA, though. You see what I mean? Their height, their talent, their athletic ability.
Why is irrelevant?
I'm not saying it's irrelevant. I'm just saying I agree with the overall point. I'm just saying it's a poor argument to spend $100 to put on the show.
I am lost. I have no idea what you're talking about.
So do you think the following statement is wrong? That I think the statement is essentially, do you disagree that the majority of people who are in prisons grew up without fathers? Do you disagree with that?
If that's what if you took a poll and that's what the numbers came up to, then I don't disagree with that. I would disagree with the statement that's saying they're in prison because they don't have fathers. That's my point.
No, that's
was
not
his
that's not the
original
argument.
That's not what we're saying.
That's what he said on there.
He said here, I'll pull it back
he
up.
was
I'll pull it
using
back
he
up.
was using that information as a like to strengthen the argument that he was trying to make, where he's trying to say that, oh, if you're not on a team sport and if you don't have a dad, you're a bad girlfriend. That's literally what he said.
So,
And it's
okay,
like,
he
that's-
said- this is
doesn't
li-
make
He
you a
just
bad
said that like
girlfriend.
a double parent household makes it less likely for them to go to prison. I've met people who went to prison and whose fathers went to prison and whose fathers' fathers went to prison, and they're like passing down a legacy torch of like going to prison. So I don't
That's
know.
my point. It's a generalization. Is
Well,
all
think
we're trying to
the
say.
exception does not make the rule. Like that's we're not.
Correlation does not imply causation.
But we live in a world of
y'all, this is a
generalizations.
great statistics class, but I think ultimately, like,
Yo, can you
back to
cut out?
dating.
Can you cut out the sarcasm? We
I'll-
don't need the attitude. Okay,
just
so
get back to
Oh,
dating.
why do you think I'm
getting
attituding?
too.
This is literally my
too deep.
personality. Like I promise you, if you think this is mean or rude, I'm not gonna sugarcoat myself.
just like, but okay, if we're talking about something, we don't need the extra.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, please
So,
talk about it.
can you pull that back up, Eric? So, fathers keep their sons out of prison and their daughters off the pole. Now, if you grow up without a father, it's not like your future is written in, like, you can still become a functioning member of society.
Absolutely.
It's not a guarantee that if you don't have a father, your life's going to be terrible and you can be a wonderful person. However, it helps to have a father.
I agree with that statement. My whole point, and we can get back to the dating show after this. My whole point is that is a poor example or a poor argument to say that, like, it's just picking one data point rather than like a whole inclusive like scope of what's actually going on that put people in prison and put girls on the pole. So it's like you're drawing a straight line when it's really a zigzag is all I'm saying. Like, and it's just like kind of, I don't want to say an ignorant statement, but it's just like an obtuse statement.
I
is
also
all I'm
was a
saying,
stripper.
because you know
I
we
put
have women
myself
here
on
that
the pole for exercise. Like I do pole fitness, and those classes are so expensive. So I give strippers so much credit because they are athletes. I'm sorry. If you've never climbed up on a pole, pulled yourself upside down, you don't know what working out is. Because that is
What? No one
like,
said
it's
stripper.
crazy. Like, so like women.
Am I in a parallel universe?
No, we're talking about, women are putting themselves on a pole. Well, there are women that purposely want to go on the pole. The pole's fun as F, you know, for whatever. However you want to do it. It's like, you know, and my thought on not having a father, it's based on choices, okay, for the individual and education, honestly. Because, you know, I've met people that did not have a good background. However, they made the choice to go a different route than the, you know, the spiral, right? It's based on education, and it's not just like books, it's like getting the right information, because you could get information from a friend, like a real friend would tell you what's up, like a bad friend would be like, yeah, go for it, when it's like, don't fucking, like, you know, not really there looking out for you,
So
you know. And that's just
you're saying a lot of words. It's a lot of word salad.
so you're just basically
But
saying
I
I'm
get what
just
you,
like
I think what you're saying is
smacking
the
my
why.
gums?
You're saying the why. The why is irrelevant.
what do you mean?
Like you're saying, you're talking about why these people are where
No,
they are.
I think
we're
she's-
just saying this is where they are. This is the numbers, and this is
I
this
think
is the
she's-
reality of the world.
It's choices. It's the individual's choice. And also, there are
you
people.
do this 3 days a week.
2 days a week.
2 days a week.
I believe it's
you, bro.
choices. It's not because they have a father and a mother. Because sometimes kids are screwed up with both parents. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's.
think-
We're gonna last thing, and then we're
Yeah,
gonna
last
move
thing.
on.
I think what she's just trying to say is that regardless of your environmental factors, no matter how much they may weigh on you, you still have individual agency and choice. Is what
Sure.
she's saying. She just said it with a bunch of different examples. So I hear you.
Yeah, I could come up with a bunch of different things, and I'm not just smacking my gums.
Okay.
Back to the dating show.
Back to the dating show. Totally a virgin. Explain that shirt.
I liked it, so I bought it.
So, but you're
Yeah.
totally a virgin.
Totally.
Are you not a virgin?
It's like the same concept of me saying I've never been in a relationship before. I'm totally a virgin. Who's in a situationship?
Okay, so
That's why you weren't one.
coming back to you, you said that you've had your longest anything was 1 week.
I mean, I think it depends on like what your definition. You said talking to someone. Like we are fresh out of high school, so we have a very different like relationship to the how
Closer to the
how
mic if you can.
relationships work with people. I never dated anybody in high school, and I never really spent a considerable amount of time talking to someone in like a dating kind of way.
Well, you go to UCSB, correct?
Yeah.
So you were here for the fall
Yeah.
semester. Is it quarter or semester at UCSB?
Quarter.
Okay, quarter. So that starts in like September.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're now in March. That's what, 6, 7 months? So, I mean, in that period of time, UCSB is the #1 party school in the U.S. There's parties every single weekend. Just you two, actually, how frequently do you guys party? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Usually
Friday,
just
Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, but I mean, it
Okay.
varies. Some weekends we don't go out at all. Other weekends,
Sure.
3 days in a row.
Also,
Depends.
like different definitions of, I guess, because like sometimes we'll go to parties, sometimes we're just hanging out with smaller groups of people. But again, I don't
Yeah.
think it's necessarily like just going out to parties as a purpose of like finding a relationship or whatever. Like we met a lot of cool people doing that.
No,
kind
I'm
of
not.
thing.
I'm not saying that you need to go to these environments to necessarily find a relationship. But the longest period of time you've ever talked to a guy, whether that's in college or prior, was 1 week. Correct?
I mean, that was a generalization. If I really think about it, I might have had someone who I was kind of interested in that I talked to for a little bit longer than that, but nothing to the point where I was like, I'm texting this person constantly. I
Sure.
think that we're going to be in a relationship.
And so kind of like, do you have a sense of what you're looking for?
As of right now, I don't. I think still I'm just a very busy person.
Mhm.
And so just not right now, no.
Okay, so are you currently seeing someone right now?
No,
Are you currently hooking up with someone right now?
no.
When's the last time you hooked up with someone?
I think the last time I kissed someone was a couple of weeks ago.
That's not really what I mean by
But-
hook up, but
Hook up, I don't know, probably a while ago.
it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, busy with school,
Busy with
I feel
school,
it. I feel
yeah.
it. And what about you? Are you talking to somebody right now?
No. I don't know.
But you party every weekend, right?
Yeah, I party every weekend, but that
And-
doesn't mean I'm getting with guys every weekend.
Yeah.
No, of course not. But I mean, there's certainly, like I said, UCSB, #1 party school. It's definitely quite a bit of a hookup culture. I'm sure you guys would agree. There's
Oh yeah, of course.
a crazy hookup culture
Yeah.
here, and it does seem, I've heard from both men and women that it seems to be, at least for people that live in this area, it's hard for people to find relationships because everyone
Yeah.
just wants to hook up, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you brought up the fact that we've been here for 6, 7 months, whatnot. But within that time frame, I have met a very small handful of people who have expressed wanting a relationship in any kind. The
That-
hookup
that
culture is very
haven't?
prevalent here. People don't want
They
relationships.
don't
here.
want relationships.
People don't want
Do
relationships.
you want
here.
a relationship?
No, I mean, I just got out of one.
Right. 2 months ago, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So jumping into something serious right now is just not really
Sure.
desirable for me.
Okay, got it. So, would you say you're kind of just doing your own thing, or do you occasionally will do hookups, or not
I mean,
really?
yeah, I have here and there, but again, not really. It's getting over a recent breakup and
Sure.
stuff. Like, I haven't really been putting myself out
Has
there.
there been a rebound?
There was like one person I was
Yeah.
seeing for like a very short period of time, but
Sure.
I don't really talk to them anymore.
And what about you? Any hookups here and there? Or
A
just
couple,
kinda,
a couple here and there. Nothing super serious, but
I have a question. I'm very curious. How do guys, like you're around your age, how do they talk to you guys? Because
That's the funny thing is that they don't. I have gotten approached at a party maybe twice
Yeah.
since
That-
being here.
that's
men I live with
Really?
that don't come
Men
up to
don't
you.
approach
Really?
us
Wow.
here.
I have,
Which I find funny because there's so many beautiful women here in Isla Vista.
honestly think that might be the problem. It's
Yeah,
a
there's
little
so many of us here,
overwhelming,
but no, me and my friends, like, we never really get approached at parties. So even the men who do come up and talk to us, they're
You've been approached only twice.
I mean
maybe.
that I can.
I mean, you can have
think of.
conversations with people, but just like a guy coming up to
Yeah.
you being like,
But
"Hey, can I get your number?"
I didn't mean to
something.
interrupt you there. You
Yeah.
said, but the men who do approach us, you were about to say.
I mean, it's again very rare, but the ones who have approached me were like very, very incoherent and very, very drunk. I couldn't really hold like a clear conversation with them. So it's kind of iffy if it even like counts.
I think the biggest difference from when I was growing up to the generation now is I remember being in 8th grade. We used to have used to go home from school. They used to have chat rooms that you could call, and you would call the chat room. You would enter the room, and you would just talk to people. You don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Whether
AOL?
you would just no. This is like an actual.
Like Omega.
I'm from no.
Like
I'm from
AIM?
Memphis.
Oh.
And there was like there was a number you would call.
I've heard
and
of
then
it.
you would just enter the chat, and then you would just talk. You might be just talking shit the whole time, but you might meet a girl. You just talk to a girl, and that's all you did was talk.
Was it
So-
randomized? Like
Yeah, it's
kinda
random.
like
You don't
Omegle
know.
is?
Yeah, you don't know who you're
Yeah.
talking to. No, you can't see it. This was.
Oh,
this
you
was,
just
Yeah,
just
this
voice,
was.
just
This
voice.
was pre. This was pre-smartphone.
So
This was,
they could have catfished like and
Yeah,
and
you
it
could have been. I
somebody
mean,
else on
yeah,
the
but
other
yeah,
end.
you'd be like, oh, what school do you go to? So like, I think that's why like a lot of.
Wait,
people-
that's the reason? I've
That's
never.
why that's why.
I've never
like-
heard of that thing.
Well, yeah, but
That's a new thing.
that's. I feel like that's why. Well, it's one of the reasons why like
You think because
Well,
on
I
social
think
we
media?
have.
Well, I think the big reason is dating apps and social media.
True.
That's
yeah,
why,
that's-
like,
Yeah.
in the past, if a guy wanted to get a girl, he couldn't just get on an app and swipe and hope like some
Yeah,
girl comes
true,
over.
true.
Like now, a lot of guys have access to the dating apps, and whereas before, if you didn't approach a girl, you had nothing.
Yeah.
Even if like these guys aren't successful on the dating apps, they still like they're at least maybe getting some conversation, right? Whereas at least attempting to get an option. Whereas back then, you had to approach a girl.
Yeah.
So
I think not only are there more options, which I think you brushed on, but you also get more of a chance to decide what you're going to respond with or how you're going to talk,
you get
right?
to tailor your
Like voice to text or something like video to video, or a guy approaching you at a party. He has to actually think about how his swagger is, how
Absolutely.
his movements are, everything. But now it's just like if you're like spitting game like text to text, like you could think about a response in 2 hours.
True.
Right.
You
I
know?
was. I wanted
Which
to.
I
chime in on
love
that,
and I
yeah.
hate for myself too, because I can think of something witty to say like an hour later, but I was like, if I was like this in person, is this really me, or is this just
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
me an hour later?
women don't
Yeah.
really need game though.
Really?
No, but it's
Women
important.
don't need game.
It's
Not
important
to have sex,
uphold.
but
Yeah, no, it's
fair.
true. Like respectfully, most men will just like sleep with like anything or anyone if given the opportunity and
McChicken.
chance.
What?
men will like fuck a apple pie like
They
American Pie.
I know. Good film. Good film.
Great film.
yeah.
Wait,
so-
you think American
but,
Pie?
But
is
in
a-
order to
you think American Pie is a great film?
It did what it did at the time period it was portrayed in.
Okay. Cool.
It's a classic.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That's like one of my guilty pleasure favorite films. Okay,
yeah,
so
no, it's good.
go ahead. Someone was
Oh yeah, American Pie.
American.
This
Oh, okay.
was that where this one time from band camp?
From-
Is
yeah,
that
that's
Yeah.
where that came
I
from.
used to. So I was in the marching band in high school, and we used to always say that. That was my favorite thing.
Kind
I'm
of.
not-
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. I did have sex with my couch at
What?
some point. Well, no, I'd probably say like fourth grade. Like there's like crevices in the
Oh, that's
Have
like
you guys seen
me
Big
getting-
Mouth where he like literally fucks the pillow and like the couch?
No, I
you need
need
to
to
watch
watch
that. That's like literally you.
No, there's
But
some
it's
guys
about, like,
watching.
going through
The guys
puberty
watching,
and
y'all have all done some weird stuff. Don't act like I'm.
Girls too. Girls
Yeah,
too.
y'all hump the edges of like counters and stuff. Like
That's
yeah,
true.
everyone's
That's true, actually.
Everyone's done some weird stuff. Don't act like I'm.
For sure.
No, you're not alone. Watch the TV show. They literally wrote it into their Big Mouth. Like I swear.
Oh yeah.
So you're in a situationship, correct?
Yeah.
How long has that?
It's just been on and off, and it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm just like really good friends with him, and it's not necessarily like any expectations.
On and off for how long?
I've known him for 2 years. Yeah.
So you've been in a 2-year situationship.
Yeah, but I'm just the type, it's not even like, oh, I'm trying to get wifed or anything like that. It's just I'm the type that I am a relationship person. So if I'm not in a committed relationship, then I typically just like date around. And then if I connect with somebody, I stay with that one person, and it can be casual, it can be open. Like I'm open-minded. So it's like, I don't mind if like he's, as long as there's clear communication, I don't mind if he's like sleeping around or anything like that, as long as he's honest with me, he's safe, I'm safe, all that kind of stuff. If I'm not, now if my like wants shift to where I want to be in a committed relationship, I'd no longer be in that situation.
So you said are you seeing other guys right now?
No, like I'm a like relationship person, so it's
But
hard
you're
for me
not
to
in a
actually like,
relationship.
yeah, but it's like I like to just pick one person and kind of stick with that person because I don't like catch feelings that often, so I don't feel the need or draw to like go elsewhere as long as like it's a respectful relationship. And yeah, like,
Is he sleeping with other girls?
oh, I'm sure, like I'm sure he is.
You don't mind?
Not really, no.
But you're exclusive to him.
Yes, like, but not that I'm not like, hey, this, like, I'm only for you. I'm basically your girlfriend without the title. It's more just like we have a mutual respect, and I have all the freedom in the world to go elsewhere. I just don't want to personally,
Okay,
because
so,
I
yeah.
don't like to sleep around.
Sure.
Like,
So,
personally.
okay, so you
No
could,
judgment.
so you can, if another guy were to come into the picture that you decided this new guy's better than this situationship, then obviously trade up or whatever.
I mean, I don't know if it's trading up because, like I said,
Is he a Chad?
what
What's
does
a
that
Chad?
mean?
I don't know.
Exhibit A, Chad, tall.
Yeah, Chad, tall, not
Tall,
tall, dark, and
good-looking.
handsome, but yeah, tall, masculine.
Masculine.
I'll say he's a Chad, yeah.
How tall
For
is he?
sure. He's 6'8".
Oh, that's crazy.
I am 5'10",
Two
6'1"
Chads.
in heels, so I like them tall.
6'8"?
Yeah, 6'8",
Does he
6'9".
play basketball?
He doesn't play any sports right now, but he's an athlete in like
What kind of athlete?
I think basketball, football, boxing.
2-year situationship, you think?
I mean, like, he's older, so he doesn't do
How old
those
is he?
things anymore.
How
I
old
think
is
he's
he?
32.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's
He's
an
just he's
he's
retired. Like,
athletic.
he'll play pickup and he'll go to the gym.
Okay, but
like,
he's an athlete.
He's
like
athletic
really,
person,
really.
yes.
Okay, he's fit. He's 6'8".
hmm
Okay. Was he a former professional athlete or no?
like overseas, yeah.
Boxing?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball.
Yeah.
But he's an American citizen.
Yes.
Okay. So 2 years in a situationship. Do you want to get married and have kids at some point?
I don't know about kids
But,
per se,
okay.
but marriage eventually. Yeah, I think I just need to be ready as my own individual person and grow myself and focus on like career and stability and mental health and just be the best version of myself, as cliche as that sounds, and then be in a space to be a good partner. So it's not like I'm pining for
Okay.
anything.
So you said you've been seeing it's on again, off again for 2 years.
Yeah, but like the friendship has been consistent.
How
the
long have
entire
you seen?
time.
How often do you see him?
Probably like we talk every day or see each other every day for the most part.
Really? You
Yeah.
don't live together though?
No, we live really near each other though.
Oh,
And,
okay.
but we like
neighbors basically.
we like our friendship like is I don't know, you want to have somebody like-minded as you, so it's like if I'm working on my life and he's working on his and I can do something to help him, I'm going to help him.
You
And
guys
if he
see-
can do something to help me, he's going to help me. Like it's still a relationship, a friendship.
You guys
you
see
know.
each other every day,
At least briefly, like
briefly.
yeah. Like not like
So-
some crazy hangout. It could just be like, hey, I'm picking up this at your house, or like, you know, we kind of like have things intertwined a bit, but just as a friendship, kind of like, you know, partnership.
You say this is a situationship, but I mean, this sounds like a relationship to me. But
I mean, not in title, but obviously like we.
and you guys see each
have-
other almost every day. That's
Yeah.
that seems to be out of the realm of situationship. But so
That's my version of a situationship.
Throughout the entire course of the situationship, was there any point? I know you said not now. You're not dating and seeing other guys. Has there ever been a point where you've hooked up with another guy while you were maybe earlier on in the situationship?
Like really early on, I was definitely like talking to other people,
Okay.
and I was like honestly coming off of like a pretty bad breakup, so I was like more trying to distract myself rather than like actually searching for somebody or whatever. There was one person I like talked to and maybe like hung out with, but I didn't like really. There's not like a lot of overlap, if any.
Okay, so, but you're not, like, you won't even go on a date with another guy, correct?
If I was feeling them, but to be honest, it takes a lot of energy to like go through the dating apps and all that kind of stuff. And I don't necessarily, I'm a homebody for the most part, so I don't really have a lot of energy for that. And I don't know what that means.
It's a good thing, don't worry. Okay,
so, but yeah, like, so I don't have like the energy for that. And I've not dated that many people because I don't feel, as much as I can mentally connect on a friendship level, I don't feel sexual attraction to a lot of people because I'm like demisexual.
Okay, so, but
A what? A what sexual?
It doesn't matter.
It's
doesn't matter.
demisexual.
Okay, so
Demi?
you said that he's seeing other girls, correct?
Yes, we have the respect for each other that if I asked him a direct question, he would tell me. But if I don't ask, he doesn't need to tell me, and I don't necessarily always like need to be up in his business. It's his life.
Do you want a relationship with him?
I would definitely be open to that and like want more, but it's all about timing. Like,
have you broached?
We've talked about it here and there, but
what does he say?
Like. Again, it's a timing thing. He doesn't like reject the idea at all. It's more of just being on the same page about certain issues. And then like, men, they tie their emotional and mental health a lot to their monetary status. So, with COVID and everything, a lot of people had setbacks, and men often like to do like go it alone and like pull themselves up by their bootstraps and everything. A good woman, in my opinion, could obviously help the situation, but men, that takes such a toll on their mental that they need to be in a good like space in all parts of their life to then focus in on a relationship. But it's not something that I've like pressed for, and it's not something he's pressed for. We're just kind of on the same page, and we are in like a lot of communication about that.
Could this guy be your life partner?
I could see him being my life partner for sure.
And moving forward, would you continually be okay with him stepping out on you, like with other women?
I think
you're the main chick, but he'll fuck a chick here.
But I wouldn't be mad at us mutually agreeing to certain things. you get older, you try a lot of things, you don't know.
It sounds like alpha widow. Okay.
So I have a question. So why do most women get cheated on? Have y'all been cheated on before?
No.
Or those with you've never been cheated on?
I have not. I have only had one boyfriend, who I'm currently dating.
And you think he doesn't want any other?
Absolutely not.
Whether he's a human being and has interest.
Humans are biologically monogamous.
You said what?
Humans are biologically monogamous.
Bull crud. No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No,
yeah,
men
they are actually.
No, they're not.
Men.
You are.
Humans
You want one guy.
Homo-sapiens.
We want.
Yes.
No, they're not.
We're not
Yeah,
lobsters.
Homo-sapiens are monogamous creatures.
It can take a
one
simple
mate.
Google search.
Like,
I read a book on it.
Hold on.
My goodness, I'm
Aaron
sorry.
Chambers super chatted 199.
Yo, thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it, man.
Cents. Hey Brian, it's the Aaron/Jessica attack
Oh.
again from Sunday. Asika, would you consider bringing on Vince Dowd or Gavin McGinnis on show? It would be a podcast to remember.
I'm not sure who Vince Dow is, but I know, isn't Gavin McGinnis the Proud Boys founder? That might be, is that TOS? I think he's banned on Twitch, so that might be TOS for us. Yeah, honestly, I don't really know enough about them, but yeah, never say never. Okay, sorry, go ahead, continue with your...
Oh, no, you said Homo-sapiens are... There's only like 11 mammals that are monogamous.
That is correct.
And humans aren't one of them.
They are. I've read a book on it. You can read. It's
You
called
read a
Sapiens
book
by
on it.
Yuval Noah Harari.
So just because that one person made a book, it's right?
Scientific research.
I think that women are definitely long-term mating partners. Like,
Yes,
I think
women
that
are.
Women are, but men aren't. We're complete and
Humans.
utterly opposites.
There has been a cultural, I think where it differs biologically and culturally, it's been more culturally accepted, but biologically, lifelong mating partners.
Is it on
no,
Google Scholar?
culturally, it's
a scientific book.
That's what's good for society.
Very credited.
Aren't penguins
I believe
also
it.
long-term
Been
mating
peer
partners?
reviewed,
Yeah, penguins, parrots,
etc.
Very.
maybe
Swans? That's cute.
Swans, geese.
Lobsters.
About a quarter of
birds.
all primates. About a quarter of all primates.
Lobsters
It's
are
believable. For sure.
Crustacean.
Yeah.
Shellfish.
I was gonna say the sea's cockroaches.
I
But
think
they're
monogamous
delicious.
marriage is
They're
probably one of the best
yummy.
things you can do for yourself to
Absolutely.
find happiness.
And for a culture, that's extremely
Well, you don't
important.
find
and I thought
happiness.
we
You
already
find
all
fulfillment.
agreed that
You
a
should actually
two-parent
already
household
have
is
happiness. Sorry.
is
I
beneficial.
agree.
I think
So
you find
how are we going to have a
happiness.
two-parent household if we don't, endorse and promote marriage?
That's true. You just said
Ooh.
all this bad stuff about
single-family households.
Yeah.
But then you
But
don't think
you don't
that single
condone-
men should commit to marriage.
No, who?
Right.
I
Look
never.
at Nick Cannon. Come on, like he can do it. If he can do it,
I never said marriage is bad.
Yeah, if he's a multimillionaire.
So marriage with multiple women is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wait,
There's cultures that are
Islam.
like
you can have
that.
if you can take care of as many wives as you can. You can
if
do
I
that.
can
They
interject.
take advantage of that, though.
I agree.
I know
Who
a
takes
lot
advantage?
of. I know a lot of Arab men who take advantage of that.
Oh, of like.
Well, there's good men and bad
disrespecting
men
women,
everywhere.
yeah.
There's
So
always
is
going to be
women,
somebody taking
yeah.
advantage of somebody.
But yeah, that's fine. That's
You wanted to come in? Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say there was a quote somewhere that said that Nick Cannon regrets having so many children with so many different women because he can't be in all of their lives like often enough. Like how many birthdays does he have a year? He has like 16, like
12.
well, including his wives or whatever, girlfriends, whatever. Like at least 20 to celebrate or to remember.
Yeah, and he
I can
has the,
barely remember like 5.
Yeah, and he has the financial resources, like more financial resources than like 99% of men. So
Yeah, I'm out of
Nick
curiosity.
Cannon's children will be fine.
Can
Yeah,
you
I mean,
you
no
name
mistake.
someone who doesn't have an incredible amount of money that is in a productive, fulfilling polyamorous relationship where their family and wives?
Yes, I
plural,
know quite a few people.
Enjoy it.
Yes, I know quite a few people. There's a whole community.
Mormons?
no polyamorous.
Of people that are poly and
Yeah.
happy and whatever.
I think that is a small sliver of people. I think that's a very small sliver of people. And if women take up just a little more than half the population and most women are not down for that, then how are we endorsing relationships where men get multiple women at once?
because the men that can have girlfriends are gonna have women. You get what I'm saying? Like the men that can get girls, they're going to get girls, and the men that don't, they
But
just.
what does
get-
that do for a society?
Some men
Do you
don't
think
even
that's
want
a good
multiple
thing?
girls.
Like, I understand we're thinking that it's small-minded. Oh, just me. I'm going to do this. This gets me off. I enjoyed this. But do you think this would be a good thing if everyone in America, or that was the quota? That's what everyone's doing when.
Well, that used to be how the world was.
And we've evolved to marriages, committed marriages.
Right, because that's what was better for society. But now we live in a world with social media where the women, y'all pick, you decide who you date.
Fuck social
There's
media.
dudes that don't get anything,
If that's the excuse.
so you guys decide to smash the dudes that are 6'8", 6'4", abs, attractive, blah 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 blah. You don't pick the other guys, right?
that's natural selection.
Yeah, I mean, I guess where are you going?
It depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
So
So,
I
I mean,
don't go for the length, height, and abs. Okay.
Right. You go for guys you can be mean to.
Huh?
You go for guys you can be mean to.
No, I go for men because I do agree. Like I like making my money, right? I love working. That is something that I'm passionate about. However, I still like to be taken care of. So I want someone that has their stuff together, but then I'm also dating in my 30s, mid 30s, almost 40s, right? So it's different than like when I was dating in my 20s. You guys are all in your 20s, you're in your 30s. But
Right.
men in their 30s I still consider are like in your 20s, I tend to date older.
Right, but those older men are still going to date younger women.
Correct, I'm younger than the older men, yes. So
Right,
correct.
but
She's in a different age
no.
bracket, baby.
I'm in
No.
a good age bracket, I believe, right now, because have you guys ever seen those memes? It's like, don't play with me, I could date you or your daddy. I'm in that. I'm sorry, guys.
love that.
I'm right there right now.
Right,
so.
but I don't think you understand what I'm saying. A man that, okay, what age of men are you saying that you date?
I
How
usually
old are
like
these?
to date at least 40s and up.
So what do you think is a man's prime? When does a man hit his prime?
I think they don't start maturing. I'm sorry for the ones that are mature. I think that they don't get it out of because maybe I came from Los Angeles and you see guys that are like 39, 36 still in the club. That's not a good look, right? For me. When
do guys hit their prime?
In my humble opinion, I think at 40s and up. 40s and up with experience. For instance.
Okay, so no. So when do women hit their prime?
Well, it just depends because J-Lo's in her 50s and she looks better than she was in her 20s.
J-Lo's bank account is also very, very fat.
Correct.
So we can't really compare it to these.
We don't care about money. We don't care about your money.
Huh?
We don't care about how much money you make.
Don't worry about the screen.
I'm not talking about.
Don't worry about it. Into the
that.
mic. Into the mic. Don't worry.
So, the thing is, different standards are changing.
But answer if you had to say, when do women hit their prime?
It really depends on the woman.
Men judge what a woman's prime is, right?
Okay, I think that.
So at what age do you think men?
I like myself in my 30s, but earlier 30s.
No, not you. Think outside of yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm just so
Are you
selfish.
talking
I don't know about other
biologically
people
or
in
just
my
like
own business.
like literal like physical health or all over or are you talking about your
when
actual
it comes to dating,
like, mental?
what men are attracted to? What would men say that a woman's prime is?
When we
So
look
you,
sexy.
I'm saying early 20s.
So
to answer your
if we're
question,
talking-
early 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom. So why would a guy in his 40s, in his prime, not want a woman in their prime?
Although
Okay,
because
so
of the mental.
if you're thinking like back in the day, okay, like biologically healthy bodies on the younger scale, right? As you get older, it's just,
When I turn 40 and I have money and I want to have a family, I'm not going to pick a woman that's in her 30s.
Okay. Well, that is your preference. That is your preference.
Well,
How will she have
that's
kids if she's like unless you have a lot of money? Like it's more dangerous to have kids after you're 30. So
But
I know. I agree.
okay, like,
We agree.
For
Okay,
men,
maybe I misheard
technically,
you, my
it's
bad.
45 if you want to be healthy, and if you're like smoking weed or drinking or whatever, then you're gonna compromise yourself too. So I don't want to get that detailed about it. Like with me, I waited way too long because I'm like gonna be 36 this year as far as children. But I do want kids, but it's like I'm gonna put them on ice pretty soon, like extracting my eggs.
You're gonna do that?
I really, that's my plan, because I'm not just gonna go and find Slick Rick and then just get knocked up. I'm careful because I want to create with a human being that I am gonna have to be able to co-parent with, whether we're married or not. Ideally, marriage, right? But it's like there's so many people that just hate their spouse and they stay together for the children. I'm sorry.
I think she understands.
Okay, so just to answer your question, I'm going to give men a little more credit and say the ones that know that they want to settle down eventually, have kids, be married, I think that they know at a relatively young age. I'm going to guess like 20. So if you know that, you want to be looking for a wife in your early 20s, this is for the subset of men who are like, I know I want to get married. They're probably going to be looking to women around their own age. So that's why I think we see marriages commonly between like 25 and 35 with, non-age gap marriages. But then, of course, older 40-year-old men want women in their prime. And if women want security and, if I'm 22 and I just want security and this older man's 40 and he has the security and wants a young woman, that's why you see that together. So I don't know how this got so
I have
deep.
a question for you. So you said when you're like in your 40s you want to settle down and you'd pick a woman in her 20s, like in her prime time.
Yes.
Okay. What happens when she's 35, past her prime time? You still committed?
Just get a different one, right?
Would you stay committed?
Yeah. Why
Okay.
not?
Okay. No, I was just wondering.
Yeah,
I know. I
once
was
you
just
put in
wondering.
that, put in the work, put in the equity. Yeah.
Okay,
You
no, I was
got,
just
you got
wondering.
equity now. You didn't
Okay.
put in. Yeah. You got years. You got tenure.
Just wondering.
You're good.
Me
Cool, no, cool.
personally, I've aged like, and I'm 26. I've aged like fine wine. I was so, like,
Wait.
horrendous.
Huh?
I was horrendous.
Age like fine wine?
Yeah, that's what they say, right?
Yes. I've heard that.
Have you heard that
I
before?
think you're beautiful. Don't
She
let
was
him make
saying
a
when she was
silly
younger,
point
she
out
was
of this. You're
more
saying-
busted. Like, you're not busted at all, but she was saying like she didn't know her makeup or hair routine, and you just level up as a woman the more you age.
When I was
Yeah.
like 20,
Oh, I was
21, if I showed you
fugly.
pictures, like fugly is like not the word. So,
Right, but if you would have found a real one.
No,
when he-
I
at
was
21, he
okay.
would have been like,
You
I
know what's
got
really
you.
funny?
What do you mean?
I dated. So I had a relationship in high school. It lasted 3 years, and right out of high school, my first boyfriend was 20 years older than me, 22 years older than me. He was 42, and we dated for like 2 years, and I still wasn't at my prime. I was awkward.
Well, y'all pick horrible men. You
No.
want to know why?
I wasn't obviously because
your
I'm
dads aren't
18 and
around.
I'm not even fully developed at all. Like my two brain cells are dancing together. Like what?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of agree with you to a point. And I know I was talking about, earlier I did, like in the conversation, I did actually agree with you about like the 2-parent household. I was just saying that guy's argument sucked. But what I'm saying, I agree with you to a point, because even in myself, I do question my own choices and who I pick as a partner. And I attribute that a lot to like, maybe I have something internal where like, because of what happened with my dad, like that's influencing my choices. And as far as like the whole prime thing goes, what the actual problem is too, is that like, evolution and biology hasn't caught up to modern medicine. People used to die at 40, so it makes sense that women get into prime childbearing years from 14 to 30, because they would die shortly after, because we didn't have antibiotics. You know what I'm saying? But now people are living to like 80, and men can just keep reproducing. I saw a lot of comments about like population, and for the population, there's like 8 billion people. We don't need any more people. Like that's also a stupid argument. But I do kind of agree with you that like, of course men are going to be attracted to women in their childbearing years, which is much younger. As far as like mental development, have you tried to have a conversation with like an 18-year-old lately? Like like when I was 18, I was attracted to 18-year-olds. When I'm like 27, I look at an 18-year-old and it looks like a little boy. So it's like, that's the disconnect, I think. And it's like, there's value in older women, because it's like we have
not?
age, experience, like tact. Like
I find that so not a good argument, because I
No,
think
I'm
that
saying I agree
I'm
with the
18,
no,
and
I
I think that you just put out a really bold statement, the way that women hate the way men do. Oh, all older women are this, or all young women are that. I think that you become smart through experiences and reading and listening to smart people, rather than just aging,
I agree
because
with you.
you can age well,
That's
you can
true.
age knowledgeably, or you cannot.
I
So
ag-
just being older does not make you smarter.
I agree with you 100%. That was a very broad generalization. What I'm saying is like, if I have a conversation with the 50-year-old, we don't have shit in common. We come from a different
But
time.
why?
It's not about
You
a
don't
time.
have anything like.
No, it's like
what
even just like socially, or like when you go to like social justice issues, politically, like there's just age difference does kind of matter. When I'm not saying people can't
hold on.
connect.
Hold that thought one
super
sec.
chatted $200.
Oh.
Women age like milk in the summer southern sunshine. You are welcome for the alliteration.
Wow, that was
Especially the white
that was
Like
poetic,
milk.
Marquavius. Thank you very much for
I
that.
love that.
Yo, by the way, Eric, I clicked off one of the other super chats. If you can show that one.
I think
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Just
I
wait
have a
until.
thing. Wait, can I think something?
Can I just finish the one point? I swear.
Women shouldn't think.
You're right. No
We should
thoughts.
just stop. Why are we thinking still?
No, I really didn't mean to demean younger people. I'm just saying you're at different points in your life. What I wanted at 18 is very different than what I wanted at 27. So it's like you got to find somebody, regardless of age, what aligns with you. So it's like when I say I'm talking to an 18-year-old boy, that's not somebody that probably wants to settle down and have a family and get married. So it's like, that's why I'm saying there's a disconnect. But biologically, of course, older men are going to be attracted to younger women. So I agree with you, and I agree with like the whole like parental figure thing.
Also,
actually.
yeah, it's a
But-
parental. It's totally a parental thing, and I think it's like it's a strong word. I don't even know. Can I use it? The G word. Grooming. Is that a thing?
What?
Grooming.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, like we're talking about older guys.
We're
getting
talking about
into-
adult relationships. That's irrelevant.
Right, but would that?
I'm not going to even entertain that conversation. Older men who are attracted to younger women are not grooming. Grooming
Okay.
is in the context of like
Like,
predators.
No, yeah, that's not what I meant at all. I meant it very loosely, as in
Okay.
like my experience, for example, when I'm 18, dating somebody who's 20 years older than me, what is the reason for that?
Money
I need
because you're not stuck in your
insecurity,
ways.
probably.
And I didn't have any of that. Let's take those factors away: money, security, all that other stuff that actually matters. What I actually wanted was like essentially a father figure, somebody who can like tell me what's up with life, somebody who could guide me through life, and that's what I needed. Got that philosophy out the way, and it's like, cool, I can start dating somebody who's like younger and more around my bracket of age. That's my personal experience, and I just wanted to interject and say that that's possible. That's possibly why you would be interested in a younger woman, because you could instill, what happens with male and female relationships is males instill their philosophies to women. And women, we either, if we love them, we're going to catch on to those philosophies, and we're going to be like, oh, okay, great. Like, this might be my political party, or I agree with these things,
you have to do
morals.
that to like you have to bring your girl on your same wavelength if you want to start a family. If she's going to be a mom to your children,
Absolutely.
You want to have the same.
Absolutely, and I think it's easier to do it when it's a younger chick. But yeah, that's all I'm saying.
because
Everyone else is like stuck in
the
their
younger
ways
you are,
as they're
they
older.
listen.
I mean, it's healthier as far as the body, maybe, but like mentally, it's not for everybody. Like,
What's not for
honestly,
everybody?
mentally, like you're bringing a child into the world. If you're still a child that can't even take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of another human being?
What child can take care of?
You-
What are you talking about?
I
What do you
think
mean?
that
you know
women
what
are
I
born
mean?
with inherent maternal instincts, and I think that there is such thing as teen moms that become great moms, and financially they can't take care of themselves. So I'm a little confused where you're going with this, because if you have a man to provide you with money and security, what do you need to do that for if you already have maternal instincts? And I think that most women are born with those, and that's why most women become good moms.
But you can't. I agree. Young moms are amazing moms, and moms are the best. Yeah, we can go on all day about that, but there's something to be said about age and experience, life experience. A lot happens in your 20s, and things level out.
Getting
when you
ran
get
through
older.
in baggage and trauma.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
There's people with
men don't
emotional
want that.
We don't like
Men
experience.
don't want that in a
So
partner.
then why aren't they
Experience,
wifing
no.
us early? Why are they running around town? Like, if they don't want us ran through and baggage and trauma, why are they like they're waiting till like, how are we so at 20 I should be looking for 40-year-olds that are ready to settle?
Not
Like, I don't know how to
not necessarily.
I don't know how it sounds like just a losing battle all around if you look at it as like all the responsibilities.
But
like, on the
it depends
woman.
on if you're a wife. All wives are found, always. If you're 20 years old and you're a wife, you're going to be found, period, in the story.
I'm
story.
also going to play the devil's advocate.
Yes.
So, in the perfect world, yes, like I, had a few opportunities to get married, but I'm very selfish and just, like,
At least you admit it.
Yeah. And I like my sleep. That is why I've postponed from having children. Because I even cried when I got my puppy and he would keep me up at night. I'm like, oh my God, I made such a mistake. But like, I just
postpone having
overanalyze
children
everything.
for sleep. You postpone having children for sleep?
Yeah, like I'm selfish and I like my sleep. And so when I have a kid, that kid's gonna be my life, right? So if I like my sleep, either have a kid or don't have a kid.
You probably shouldn't have a kid.
Correct. That is why I don't have a kid.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But no, people think that it's very easy to raise children, and that's why people are like, I wonder why so many people are going to jail or doing this or doing that.
Right. Does anybody else here have a kid, or am I the only one who has a kid here? Because I'm really the only one who can speak on the topic of even having and raising a child.
Well, I mean, we're all adults and we all have rational faculties,
but like,
and we can all
especially
come
as a mother,
to
and like
conclusions.
I completely understand what you're saying, like the mental readiness of having a kid. You are never going to be ready to have a kid, never, especially as a woman.
Only women have kids.
Yes, but you have parents.
kids too.
Some people have kids as a meal
They don't
father
push them
as
out.
well. And that is not cool, but it happens. Like, we're not in a perfect society. It's, anyway.
Question. So what to you is a wife? How do you qualify? How do you get tenure?
There we go. Boom.
I wanna graduate,
So a
please.
wife is someone who is coachable, agreeable, nice, patient, caring, trusting, loyal. I would say beautiful inside and out.
Not promiscuous.
So
Yeah.
what to you is a husband?
Protector, provider, leader. What do you call it? What's the word? Guidance.
So, in your opinion, how many men currently, just and what age ranges do you think are actually ready to step into that role versus how many women are out there ready to step in that role?
There are way more husbands than there are wives.
I like
There are
be
way
more
more-
okay. Be
women
more
are
specific. Like, think about your friendship group. How many of them are ready to want to only be husbands?
Well, let's think about this. How many women are promiscuous?
I don't know.
Well, a lot.
You
Trust
would
me,
know
I
better than
exactly.
me.
Trust
Like,
me,
I'm
I
not-
know. Trust me.
Would you consider yourself a husband?
Huh?
Like returning husband?
No, I personally still have some growth to do, just financially. But I
Okay.
know.
Fair enough. So, how would you feel? So, like, as a woman, I, in my long term, when I get married, I hope that my husband never had a stage where he was dating multiple women at a time. I want to be with a man that always had his eye on one person and will not have a wandering eye. So, is that fair of me to say?
That is, you're looking for a unicorn.
Well, I'm sorry.
Loch Ness
I
Monster
shouldn't
or
say
something.
dating one person at a time, because I think that we use the word dating like it's sacred nowadays. Like, when I think of dating, I think of back in the day, oh yeah, I dated this person, I went out with them.
Having dinner.
Yeah, like going on a date with someone. That's what I consider dating. So it's totally fine with me if my future husband is dating multiple people at a time, going to dinner with her, seeing her, whatever. But what it sounds like you're in is like a polyamorous relationship. And I would not be okay with marrying someone who has previously been in a polyamorously defined relationship.
Like I said earlier, men that can get women always does your boyfriend watch porn?
He actually, not right now. He has in the past, but
Okay,
not
so
anymore.
that means he wants other women.
No, I agree.
That's exactly
No,
what it means. He wants
We
men
had a
want
culture where
variety.
it's pushed on us. Our culture pushes sexuality on us like
No, you're an
crazy.
adult. You're
He hasn't
you're
in several
responsible.
months.
You,
But
you
they've
are
been
responsible
dating
for
since they
whatever
were
you do.
14 and 16. So
Exactly.
when he's 16 and like a young guy at the peak
It
of his
doesn't
sexual
ma- it
drive,
does-
how
it
are you
doesn't
going
matter.
to say that now I just think that's unfair. To say because he watched porn when he was younger, he has a
No.
wandering eye.
No, I'm saying.
Currently,
Oh.
watch porn right now.
Yeah, does he watch porn now?
He does not.
How do you know?
Girlfriend knows. We've talked about it. He doesn't. I know. We've talked about it. He
All right, I'm
doesn't.
going to move this along. Okay, we have a super chat here from Mark Quavius Martin. Hey, thank you, man. Ladies, hold on. Let me hide that asteroid there. Oops. Okay, complimentary asteroid. Yo, Mark Quavius, thank you, man. Ladies, can you name one thing that women have been given autonomy over and haven't decimated in real time? Educational system, corporate world, social media, voting, consumerism, child raising, marriage and relationships, even gyms. We live in a patriarchal funded matriarchy. Whoa, the asteroid
wow,
just
that was nice.
keeps on coming. I don't know what's
I like
going
that.
Can I answer this?
on. Sure. Mark Quavius, thank you, man.
I would say child raising. I think that women continue to be, in general, good, strong mothers. But I think that the reason kids are so weak and soft these days is, and not entirely to the man's fault, there is no testosterone in our society anymore. So there is not as much of a masculine influence over our kids.
Is masculinity frowned upon?
Currently it is, and I think that is awful. I think that we've stripped men of
agree.
their masculinity.
I think masculinity is very important, as is femininity.
Mm-hmm. And that's why.
And you basically have women who have become more masculine and men who have become more feminine.
Correct. And I think it's hurts
And who do
society.
we have to blame for that?
Media, social media.
Feminism.
Eating too
I
much
agree.
soy.
No, I agree.
No, eating too much soy.
soy.
There's a lot of estrogen in soy products. I'm sorry.
in everything.
Like, it's true.
Sure, I
And
suppose
in
diet
pesticides.
and there's plastics out there
And
in
it's
the water
not.
and
It's
shit.
not
but
just. It's not just diet. It's not just the singular consumer's fault. Our structures and our I'm all for capitalism, but capitalism has emphasized, just profit margins with worse products, therefore just, overuse soil and put soy in everything. And it's not necessarily men's fault, but like the people running our country have just like disintegrated what like the just basis of what human beings should interact with.
We're all slaves.
Wait, hold on. I want to give Reese an opportunity here because you made a little face. What?
I've been making a lot of faces.
Okay, what was this most recent face about?
Oh, pertaining to what part?
I think I said
a lot of things
feminism
said.
is to blame.
No, it's soy.
Oh, feminism is to blame. Because the way that I view feminism and the way I believe that like it's technically defined, it's about equality between men and women. It's not trying to make men less masculine or women.
Erroneous.
What the fuck? Why does the asteroid keep coming?
I like it.
Wait, Eric, you're gonna have to hide that. What the
Let's
fuck?
just start civilization over, is what they're saying.
Yeah, I don't know why it's. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not. Just hide it. Okay, go ahead.
But anyways,
You said it's about equality.
It's about equality, and I personally don't view exploring the spectrum of masculinity and femininity between both genders to be necessarily a bad thing.
Can I respond to that? I think feminism today has gone a lot further than equality. And I think modern feminism is a lot different than feminism was maybe
in the 70s.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean,
Right.
feminism's always been a man-hating ideology. However, it's taken quite some steps forward in that recently. I reject this idea that feminism is about equality, and here's why. I believe feminism, in its most, if I give it the most generous definition, is a women's advocacy movement. And that's great. Women's advocacy is great. However, that's not the same as equality. Feminists don't advocate for equality if said equality comes to the detriment of women. So if there is no benefit to be reaped by said equality in terms of benefit that benefits women, feminists will not pursue it. So you'll fight for equality if said equality benefits women, but not if it doesn't. Not if it doesn't.
Yeah.
So take, for example, the right to vote. Women, for a period of time, I mean, it's a very small period of time when we're looking at it, but for a period of time, men had the right to vote, women didn't. And well, the reason why that is because men had responsibilities. Chiefly, in order for you to be able to vote as a man, you had to be subject to military conscription. Women never had that responsibility, but
They
women,
never had that option. Not responsibility.
that's a
They never had
privilege.
the option.
That's a privilege to not go to the Argonne forest in France in 1917 and go get chemical gas by the Germans. That's a privilege.
Part of that's biological, though. Like we're weaker. Like genetically, we're weaker.
Yes,
the
women are
only
physically weaker.
society that was like the Vikings, and like women fought side by side with men. But like we are, grown man strength is different, and you guys have different skill sets. Just like you men are physically superior. Like when it comes to just like actual physicality and like knowledge of the body and like what is it? Kinesiology.
Okay, that's fine.
Like,
Yes, I
so
agree.
that makes
yes,
sense.
I agree with you. Men are physically stronger. Men make better soldiers. It's true. However, that doesn't change the fact that some poor 18-year-old boy in Kentucky had to go to the Maginot Line in France and go get trench foot and get fucking obliterated by a shell in 1918.
I agree.
You know, I don't know if you guys know the body count on the death counts or the casualties in World War I and World War II, which are almost exclusively male casualties.
Who started the wars?
Actually, they've done studies on this. Queens were much more likely to wage wars than kings.
Yep.
In any case, so saying that.
Okay,
Hold
so
on.
okay.
Jesus Christ!
What does that mean?
Oh, it got disconnected.
Well, Brian, you said never say never in a screw you way. Bring on Gavin McGuinness. You trolled people with feminists for Trump.
Wait.
You got away with it. Is he so much different? Maybe better at walking the line. And I know it. His voice matters. Constitution exists.
Yo, Aaron Chambers, thank you for the big $200 donation. I might be down to bring on Gavin. We'll see. But hey, thank you, man, so much for that big $200 donation, man. That's huge, man. Thank you. So you said that men are to blame for the wars.
I didn't say that. I just asked a question.
Okay, so I'm trying to return to my original point, which was
The responsibilities that men take on versus women, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't see women fighting to equalize the draft. That would be equality. But I don't hear, women aren't in the streets demanding that they also be drafted or be subject to the draft.
I would agree with you that society is extremely unfair to men, and that the burden that they have on them and the box that they're put in is like substantially unequal. And while women have their issues and those are important as well, I don't think it's right to just dismiss men's issues at all. However, okay, we can look at like the queens and other societies, but talking about America, let's keep it to America. We didn't create this system. Do we benefit off of it in some ways? Yes. Did we fight to change it? Yes. Did it go too far in some places? Yes. And you use logic and knowledge and debate and common sense to try and get to a place that's good for everybody. But it's like saying that men have problems too shouldn't discredit any like women's issues, because also, real quick side note, like not all women had the right to vote super like long ago. It was 1964 when black and brown women got the right to vote, but which is very recent. But also it shouldn't happen the other way
Can
around
we get a fact
either.
check on that? I'm not convinced.
That's when the civil rights movement was. And then, so then also,
When do you think it was?
Well, I know
Blacks got the
I
right
know-
to vote before women.
I'm pretty sure
but
ratification.
what about
people,
black
women?
yeah,
Are you
no,
talking
white
about
women.
are you talking about the poll tax?
No, I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure
white
you're
women.
factually wrong on there.
Okay,
So women,
the civil rights movement was 1964. Just
but I'm not sure
FYI.
that's related to voting. There were other.
It was voting rights. They did technically have the right to
There were
vote
barriers,
illegally.
yes.
However, they had all these kind of like roadblocks.
Okay, so you're talking about intersectionality.
Yes.
At the end of the day, women
But
got the right to vote in
that does-
1920.
white women. That does matter though.
All women got the right to vote in 1920.
Not equitably. But we're getting off track.
I'm not
because
familiar
my point,
with that information point, but it's kind of irrelevant.
We're getting
but-
off point though, because my point is also that like women's issues shouldn't negate men's issues either, like at all. And it's unfair
what
that
issues
society,
do you have as a woman? What issue do you have? What issues do y'all have? I would love to hear.
We're not always safe in all spaces.
Who's safe in all spaces? I'm not safe in all spaces.
Actually,
No, I agree with
You're
you,
not
but
safe in all spaces?
we're more
Is it you're-
subject to
weren't
other
you preaching
forms
before
of,
that you're a protector? I mean, you're gonna be safer in a lot more spaces
So you
than I'll
should
be.
you
You're-
should
That's actually not
you
true.
should
I'm more likely to
empathize.
be
You should- no,
assaulted
I'm
before
talking
you
about
are.
okay,
No, it's
sexual
not.
assault. Let's talk about that. That's
Yes,
what I
I
mean.
am.
I
Dude,
didn't want to
that's
like
wrong.
go all the way there, but that's like a main thing that women have to worry about literally every single day, even just like on
Every-
their
And the
phones.
solution to sexual
Yes,
assault,
like walking outside.
strong men
Actually,
who will protect you from sexual assault. That's the solution to sexual assault, is more strong men.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not
W
saying.
neighbor.
My whole point is that our issues shouldn't negate men's issues, and society
not-
is set up
I'm-
unfair for many people in many ways. But to say like, oh, well, feminism is just like man hating. It's just like a myopic view of
It's
it.
really
in-
not
in
just
my-
Fem-
but it should be womanism as well. Feminism is problematic because that's feminism. Is
Yeah,
created
I
by
don't
white
think
I mean-
men and women
It's been
should be
dressed ugly.
equal.
you don't think
Yeah.
men-
No,
High five,
May we
sis.
please change the
What,
subject?
what do you mean? How so?
I don't think we are equal. I think men have a different role in this world, and so do women. We have opposite roles.
I think we should have similar opportunities, perhaps, but and
Let
the
me-
choices for the
okay.
opportunities, because everybody.
I think if a
Has a
woman
different
wants
level.
to live a masculine lifestyle, that's her
Exactly.
decision, but it's not the right one.
Oh,
And I think that
okay. Wait,
Hey.
I wasn't co-signing all of that.
Well, for procreation, like
Wait,
women
so-
are.
so-
We
Are
don't need to
vital.
procreate. There's 8 billion.
What
people.
about LGBTQIA?
I don't support.
Oh shit!
Disavow.
You know, do you know in America the death rate is higher than the birth rate? We do need to procreate.
There's 8 billion.
I just want to address one thing. A few of you guys said when we were bringing up the being assaulted and stuff, being worried walking home at night. Actually, men are more likely to be victims of violent crime.
Violent crime, probably
Who's more likely
so,
to commit
but we're
violent
talking.
crime?
Yeah,
It doesn't-
facts.
that
But
doesn't-
also,
Yes, you're
I
right.
was.
Men are still the
The
victims
gender
of it as well.
of the perpetrator of someone who has victimized you doesn't undo the fact that you've just been victimized.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
You're right.
irrelevant.
But you can't negate like who are the main perpetrators and who are like the victim. Like what is exactly? It's a men problem. What's that got to do with women? When I spoke earlier, I was like primarily talking about sexual assault, and that is not to negate all the men that have been sexually assaulted at all. But if you want to look at the numbers, primarily women are at a higher victim.
Not if you look at the prison statistics.
Well,
Men are more
prison
likely.
is horrible
prison, all
in
you got
general.
is-
So if you look at
And
everything, men are more likely to get
But
sexually
my
assaulted.
point is that like women didn't create prisons.
Or porn.
Like we didn't set up the systems that are
Sorry.
causing
Right,
the
and you
damage.
didn't-
We benefit
Both
from
men
them,
and
though.
And you didn't create
I
the
said
world
that.
either.
I
You
said
didn't create
women
the world
benefit.
either.
Exactly. I
Did
said
you?
women
And you
benefit
benefited
in
from it.
certain
Wait.
ways, and men do too.
So you think that if women happen to have been in charge,
No, I'm not saying
can
that.
you stop interrupting?
Sorry.
If women happen to have been in charge, you think they wouldn't have established a justice system that includes incarceration?
No, I think the way
I'm
that
just-
the
what?
American industrial
TV
prison
show about that,
system
right?
is actually just fucked up in general, and people shouldn't be put in cages. There are examples of other countries that actually rehabilitate their
Like
incarcerated
Norway?
people.
Are you talking
yeah,
like
and I'm
Norway?
not. This is very like socialist, like
You don't believe in
utopia.
going to jail?
No, that's not
Can
what
we
I said.
just talk about rainbows and butterflies?
No, I was gonna
please?
say, can we get to like some fun questions?
Wait.
Honestly,
Wait,
we can
honestly,
really
just-
fucking
can
do
we
that.
please just
All right.
I can go all day about this shit.
I'm
but
only
like,
gonna say
this
that,
ain't fun. Like it is
Yeah,
fun,
let's-
but it's
I,
not.
I do want to. Let's bring it back to dating. Let's
Like,
try
we're
to-
getting real.
Dating.
But just on the whole, like, well, it's done by other men, so it's just like, so men are killed by other men, therefore that's not a problem.
I
like,
think
I
that
just I don't understand.
okay, let me put it in one thing, and we can
Okay,
honestly
10
move
seconds,
on.
10
10
seconds.
seconds. The issue is not male, female. That's all shifting social norms and practices. The issue is people in power. Power corrupts people. There's plenty of Stanford Prison Experiment. Go watch it on Netflix. That is a perfect example about how any person that gets power can corrupt them. Same with
That's so true.
yeah,
What-
when you
what
study
does that
like
have to do
Nazi
with this?
Germany.
But people are always
That's what
gonna
I'm
have
saying.
power.
So
That
you're
doesn't make
making it a
sense.
male-female issue, and it's becoming divisive when really the issue is how we should look at our similarities and how we can help each other. And it's like not productive to be
But,
like, well,
I
this,
agree
what
with
about,
that.
what about isms?
But
I agree
no,
with what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, but you have feminists to blame for this because feminists, the core tenet of feminism
Yeah.
is the patriarchy theory. Men as a class were the oppressors. It's basically Marxism, communism. Men as a class oppressed women. Women as a class are the oppressed. What does that teach women to feel about men? Nothing good.
Yeah.
If you teach this to women, you're basically teaching women to have contempt for men, and that's what we're seeing playing out in real time. Feminists are the one who have perpetuated
Yeah.
this patriarchy theory. Feminists are the one who pitted men against women and women against men. Now we as men are pushing back and saying, actually, no, there are some things that are shitty to us too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I-
we're
I-
playing the feminist game
Yeah,
now.
I agree. Feminism is actually really problematic in its whole ideation from the beginning of its conception. But it literally, my whole point is that I'm agreeing with you, is that men's issues shouldn't negate women's because there
I
are
agree.
no
I agree
yeah,
with
and
you.
women's issues should not negate men's, because women can't just be like, well, you guys don't have to deal with this, so shut up. Like, you created this. Like, I am making the point that like we are not to blame for the benefits that we do get for, like being pretty girls and getting in free stuff and stuff. Men don't get that privilege. Men are very shit on in society, and they don't get to enjoy certain things like women do, and they don't get to
I
have the
think
same
men do get
freedoms
those
when it comes to
privileges.
expression.
Wait, you go ahead, then
Go
you
for
go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
said I think men do get those privileges sometimes.
Sometimes.
A lot of men
Uh-huh.
that I
Generalization.
have been with, and like even girls that I've seen on this show have said, I have literally paid for a bum ass dude our whole relationship. And it's very common because men are more feminine now.
That's
and
the
not
exception,
masculine.
not the rule.
Yeah, we are talking in generalities.
Yeah.
in-
I have a
in
question.
this aspect.
Brian,
What's
if we
up?
lived in Brian world, what would laws look like
What would
the
laws?
sense in the sense of like equality? Like, would women have the right to vote? Like, I'm just wondering.
Well, I have total power.
Uh-huh.
I get rid of voting, first off.
King
I
Brian.
know.
Okay,
A
I'm-
dictator.
I know.
Sorry,
I know.
I'm keeping the power.
I'm just gonna be the
This
dick.
is going to be an authoritarian regime. I will
How many
lead us.
concubines?
I will lead us to the promised land. First off, here's what I do. The big thing is, Big thing. There's
Oh.
wait. Actually, I have a list here. Should
You
I
have
pull
an
up my
already
list?
written
Yes.
list.
It's
I'm-
called
Oh my
Brian Land.
I'm planning for when I
World
overthrow.
domination.
Yeah, I'm gonna stage a coup d'état and get rid of the American government.
Storm the Capitol.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
That's
take
so
over.
storm the Capitol,
But,
but in a
no,
good
well,
way.
The Whatever
I won't get into that. But so,
Yeah.
was that like a serious question or just?
Well, no, I just like because this where
I'm
my
interested.
mind went. I also agree. Feminism is a man-hating concept, but I also am so proud to be an American, and I love the freedom that I have with my country. And if I were back in the 70s, I do think that I would fight for the right to vote. I would fight for the right to work. I have 2 jobs. I love to work. It's, but one day I also want to be a mom and all those things. So I think that there is somewhat of a balance. Like, I think that the feminist movement did achieve some good things, and this is kind of what I'm asking you. Do you think that the feminism movement as a whole should have just not happened, and it should have stayed, pretty cut and clean, women in the house, men go to work? Or do you think that we could have a little bit of improvement?
So are you talking like throughout history?
Where do you think the feminist movement should have stopped?
Well, I mean, even the early suffragettes. First off, they were the early feminist movements. If you look up the Seneca Falls Convention or something, in any case, feminists were brutally racist.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's just like
That's what I mean. It's fucked up from the start.
I mean, I believe in egalitarianism. So true equality between men and women, that's not feminism.
Okay, I agree.
So I mean, I think
Well, I don't agree with egalitarianism.
you don't agree with egalitarianism.
Yes, but I'm sorry.
So would you say you want equity, not equality?
No, I certainly don't want equity.
No.
Equity means playing your role and having it, dividing it. From my understanding, I could be wrong. Equality is like everybody gets exactly the same thing handed to them. Equity is everybody gets what's handed to them that works for them specifically based on their like identity and intersectionality.
I'm in favor of equality of what's the term? Equality of opportunity, but I'm not in favor of equality of outcome.
Right. Yes, 100%. So
I see what you're saying, yeah, and I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, like, would you go more for equity then? Because,
So is equity equality of outcome? Because I'm not in favor of that.
No, equity is like, okay, so this person has.
It is about equality of outcome. Equity is getting what you need to achieve the same thing as everyone else. And that puts us in a communist kind of headspace where people lose the right to, or lose the
but some people
interest to think and dream and do great things and come up with
I'm
amazing
not going for communism here at all. I just mean like some people are historically more disadvantaged than others based on their identity.
What identity are you alluding to?
Let's just go for
Like
racism.
okay.
Yeah, like there's clear racism, that's not a secret, and some people have disadvantages, systematic disadvantages because of that.
Like
so
men?
So equity, some men have disadvantages, yeah, and you're all the layers
Actually,
of your identity.
all men in this country are systematically discriminated against.
Okay, it's almost grandma's bedtime. Can we please change the subject?
Yeah, we're gonna.
I
go
mean,
in
if you
circles
want, you
forever.
can leave. Like, I mean, we're just talking about it, but
let's throw some fun stuff in there because, like,
let's lighten it up a little bit.
A little bit. Like, what's everybody's kinks? Come on, say it. Come on.
Respect.
Somebody mute her mic for 7 minutes so she doesn't bring it back to intersectionality and.
Hey,
all right, let me move it on. Let me move it on.
And,
all right, so let me see. Do we have? Thank you, Mark Quavius, for derailing the conversation there. Thank you, man. Okay, we have Ryan, the Eating Warrior. Thank you for the 100, man. Asian corner chick needs to be silent. LOL. It's not her show.
You did not pay $100 to say that.
No, he paid.
Okay, drop
Feminism's
a stack right now. A stack is $1,000, and I will keep my mouth shut and actually leave the building.
Wow. Oh, okay. All right.
$1,000. I will leave the building.
And she'll
All
say
right,
yes, Daddy.
send it through Streamlabs, though. Yo, by the way, Ryan's a Chad. Look at that profile picture. Like, he's got the fucking beard and.
yeah, that's totally him.
What a Chad. What a Chad.
The eating warrior.
Okay.
What do you eat?
All right. So.
He's like, I'm vegan.
All right. Why don't we let me try to bring it back to. What did I even? Jesus, my penmanship is terrible. What does that say? Can you read that? What did I? Oh, Carrie? Is that Carrie? No, this one right here.
Bro.
Carrie? Hello?
It's because you're left-handed.
I'm a
God,
lefty.
yeah.
I'm scuffed. Okay. So. Hold on.
I know I'm the rant queen, y'all.
Oh,
I'm
here we go.
sorry.
She really
Do women have game?
Yes.
Yeah. And you need
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
I think so.
Reese?
I want to vouch for her. She has some of the craziest game
You got
I've ever
Riz?
seen in my
I mean,
life.
I'll start with talking about the fact that I also date other women, so that does bring in a
you
different
already have
factor.
a step up.
Yeah,
But
you know, do you think it's harder dealing with men or women?
I think it's completely different, and I think it's harder to deal with assholes, but there can be assholes that are men or women.
Fair enough. Okay. Who here else thinks they have game?
I think you need game to keep a relationship. Like, how else do you keep it spicy? Also, men love conflict, so every once in a while.
What?
Listen, I'm not saying like let me. I'm not saying like let me see your
No.
phone. Let me see this. Why are you talking to her? Not that bullshit. I'm saying like.
Get some help.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? It's okay. I understand. You guys have never had great, amazing, mind-blowing sex. It's okay. I get it.
Oh
I get
my
it. It's,
God.
This is my.
Oh my
No.
God.
Women love conflict and drama. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why.
So do men, and
no,
this is going back to
we
this,
don't. The
periodic-
world is hard enough.
the
We don't need
sexy
drama
stuff,
from you guys.
The fun stuff.
What? The
Okay,
sex?
you know what? It's so okay to be vanilla. Like, I love missionary. Like,
But
that's fine
couldn't
too.
a girl be? A
But-
girl can be good in bed and also bring you peace.
No, she should only bring peace.
But you just
And
said
you just
when
said
I say-
conflict.
When I
You
say
just said
conflict,
conflict.
do like in a flirty way. Y'all can't
What?
back me up on this
Nah.
at all. Okay.
Do you like
do I
need
yes
to
men
use
all the
different
time?
words.
Like it's
like
are you not having
like
fun
that's your best
debating?
friend? Like that's your best friend. That's like you guys can go like banter back and forth and
No,
be
my
like.
girl is not any girlfriend is not my best friend. I have
Oh.
guys that are my best friend. My
Okay,
girlfriend is my
okay.
girlfriend.
I'm just saying in like a best friend matter. Okay, so women should not have opinions, I guess.
That's not what he said, but
Oh.
you said conflict.
She's being-
You said conflict.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone, man or woman, wants
Like a
conflict.
little spice during
Nope.
you know, like
Spice during what?
during just the relationship. Like if every single day is just the same cycle over and over again, like that's why men cheat.
No,
like you need
no,
a
no,
little
no.
bit of like even fake jealousy or just
Yeah.
just
No,
the
I get
cute-
no, I get
the
what you're
cute
saying. I get what you're
5-second,
saying.
like, oh my
No,
god,
I get what
did
you're
you
saying.
look at her? It's okay.
No,
babe.
this is
like, or
this
whatever.
is the whole the whole trope that nice guys finish last or whatever. The reason why is because think about it. We'll say let's say 200, 300 years ago, you had a girl or whatever, blah 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 blah. You went to work. If you went to work or you went out, there was a chance you might not come back. So the whole time that you're gone away from your woman or whatever, she's fucking her mind's racing. You know, that there's constant like worry or whatever. So but now we live in a day where there's no worry. You can tell like so women
You
need
can immediately call someone,
women need
right.
that drama. That drama isn't great. Like we
I
progress
think
too
men
fast.
do too to understand that we care or
No, we
that
don't. We
Men
don't.
like to
You got to
chase,
think
though.
we are complete
Yes, you guys
opposites.
are
I think
You
that
need
you
that.
can
We
get
don't.
bored.
We
I
don't
think that
need
you
that
can
shit.
get the
Hunters.
same drive out of having an intelligent conversation that possibly you disagree with. Yes, disagreeing
Yes.
is important in a
Simple.
relationship.
Simple.
I don't think it needs to be, oh my God, did you look at her ass? It can be, hey, let's
Right.
talk politics. Let's agree. Let's get mad at each
yeah.
other. Let's realize that we love each other and this is why we're together and it's great to disagree and expand each other's brains. Because I agree, if you're dating someone that you're just constantly, oh, I agree. Oh, I agree.
We're
oh, I
peace.
agree.
We're peace. Yeah,
It
that's
gets
boring.
It gets
That's
boring.
how-
I
Right,
think
but what
that
I'm saying
does
is that's
not
what
take
y'all
away bringing
think.
peace.
Men, we don't think like that. We don't
I
need
think
that.
that-
Y'all
okay.
need that drama. Y'all need your emotions spiked.
But
You need to
that's
get
why you love
scared. You
women
need-
though.
What?
That's why you love women. Women keep that like
Nah.
zestiness. You don't love
Nah.
women? Okay.
You're not hard right now. Like, come on, she's like bringing the spice.
I do. I'm flabbergasted.
Oh, I'm not.
You know,
trying
you
to-
got
I'm
a
not
little
trying to bring the
happy
spice like
going.
this.
I think that when you say like, oh, men aren't interested in that, that's why I'm not interested in most men. And then again, this is a dating podcast where we talk about general things, but in my opinion, I want to be with someone that I can have good intellectual conversations
No, I'm not
with.
saying that that's
and I
wrong.
think that there are men out there that also value that in a woman. So
No,
no,
I
maybe not.
agree.
Maybe
No, I
not
agree.
everyone.
I would love to have great conversations and whatever, but I don't need conflict. I don't need
No,
I
not
don't
conflict,
need
but disagreeing is.
No,
is,
I don't.
think,
Why do I
healthy
need it? Why
for
do
a
I need
human
disagreement?
mind.
I don't need a disagreement. I don't need that. Why would anyone need a disagreement?
Because it's fun.
You're challenged. You're intellectually challenged. So it's not necessarily that, like, you can agree to disagree. Like, I'm sure a lot of people are telling me to shut the fuck up and I talk too much. And I get it. I do talk too much. But, like, being intellectually challenged and stimulated, if you want to be with somebody for 40, 50 years, bro, you're going to get bored. Like, if she's just like, yeah, honey. But, like, I mean, you still got to bring in the other.
Being a man is boring. We go to work every day. Being a man is boring. Life isn't.
You've never like got into a fight with your girl and then like the sex is phenomenal
Bruv.
because you have like some.
It ain't worth the fight.
Nah.
But,
Some
okay,
people
I
really
think
provoke
I think
the
the
fight.
level.
Y'all date
the
toxic
sex.
dudes.
Yeah, and I don't do that. But the level of I'm
Y'all,
saying
y'all
the
dating
disagreement
bums.
can
Y'all
lend.
dating bums. If you want to have that toxic make-up sex bullshit, any guy who's like on his purpose, he's already stressed out enough with his job.
Absolutely, and like
we
you
don't
said, it should
we
be
don't
peace.
want to have to be in a relationship with a girl that only adds to our stress level.
She's not saying that. She's just saying
Yeah.
sprinkle it in.
I did
No,
not.
we don't want sprinkles. We don't want.
Well, that's
we
what
want
that's what
nothing.
you want,
But
and
then you're
I
like,
would
oh, we
respect
need
that.
Brian,
variety
are you
and
saying you
excitement
want vanilla
and like.
sex?
Yeah.
Why does it
Ooh,
have to
talk
be
about
tied
things.
about sex? Like,
Because
why
that,
do y'all always tie about
all of that intertwines into because what is the purpose of a relationship?
What's wrong with vanilla?
What is the
sex?
purpose of
Sometimes vanilla's good. Vanilla's good.
But vanilla is
good.
But no, vanilla is
what's-
safe.
hold
Vanilla
on.
is safety.
Really quick on the vanilla thing. What's up with the rough sex meta? Why y'all want to be choked and hit and shit? Can't we just like, can I not physically abuse you during sex? Would that be so hard to ask? Huh?
He loves.
Can we not?
He
I don't
loves
think
pillow
it's
princesses,
about being like physically abusive during sex. I think it's like I want a man to be assertive and take control. And men really, well, some men do, but a lot of men don't.
Some men like to
You
be
know,
I
the,
think-
you
you
know
know
the
what-
men that do?
What's that?
Men that have been with a lot of women.
Brian,
What?
are you a munch?
Is you a munch?
Bro, this is such a weird term.
What's a munch?
A munch is a guy that goes down on girls.
Oh,
You're a hero. Like,
No,
if you are. No?
I don't do that.
At all?
I wouldn't support Brian Landon.
Another one.
Actually, I would outlaw it.
Oh, and Brian.
Well, only for a man. to
You
do.
don't have my vote. Wait, I
would,
can't vote.
I would.
But what about equality?
Bro, it's different.
What about equality?
No,
It's different.
No, we don't need any of that.
It's different.
Anyway, so the purpose of you're asking why does it always go back to sex? What's the purpose of a relationship?
Companionship.
Procreation, technically. By
Bro,
Oh,
most of the
okay,
ti-
yeah.
most of the time
Right?
most of the time I spend with a girl is not having sex.
No, and it shouldn't be. And if it is, that's kinky, but that's not a real relationship at all, right?
Sure.
But the ultimate goal of you establishing this bond with her is so that you could maybe possibly create a family, or so you can like do with her. So
But okay, and this kind of
so all of
sure.
that, which is why I'm saying the sprinkles and to create a whole entire
Okay,
cake.
I see what you're saying. So I'll adjust that. So excuse me, the water went. Okay.
Stop it.
What the fuck, bro? I'm gonna blame it. I don't know if it's hold on.
Stop it.
What the
Get some help.
Who's that towards?
Eric, you're gonna have to hide it. So you're saying the sprinkles, right? And you're saying what was the thing you were saying? Oh my god, my voice is fucked. Hold on. I'm dying. Sorry.
It's okay. It's been a long day.
It's been a minute.
Throat's been through a bit today, huh?
What the fuck?
Pause on pause.
he's flustered.
Rewind.
No, my water got all fucked up. Here, I'll come back. I'll come back to that. Do you want to go on something? I know you want to.
Oh, you were saying, what'd you say about, you were talking about,
The
I was
purpose
saying a
of a
lot.
relationship, like what
Oh,
makes.
yeah,
I think
oh,
it's
yeah,
what
okay,
makes
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
relationship different than a
not the
friendship.
purpose. Yeah, not
no,
the
I
purpose.
know what I was going to say. So you were talking about like spice, like being spicy or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, if I had 3, 4, I don't spend a lot of, like, a man should not be spending a lot of time with a woman.
I
Like,
agree.
right, like he should be fucking busy. Like,
I
and I feel like
agree.
that, like,
Hell
you should, yeah, there's no watching
my
movies
worst
and
relationships
shit. Like,
was 24/7. We're together. Like
so
that's,
that's
just codependency.
right, that's awful. So when you do see that woman or whatever, she's gonna be excited to see you. There's no,
Oh, right.
you don't need to be bored. You don't, yeah,
Right.
like so.
But
there's
within
no
the few times that you're not
right. You can't. It's impossible to get bored if you miss somebody.
Right.
So
Well,
if your
so-
woman misses you,
wait.
she's never gonna get bored of you. So,
I can
you know
agree
what I
with
mean?
everything you're saying. Now I have this question for everybody. Do you guys think that we live in a society now where you personally would live with your partner in the same house? Because me personally, if I get married, even then, I think I would want like a separate house, not to just like always be in, but like just to have my own personal space.
Yeah, of course I would.
I would love
Yeah.
to. I'm 18. Me and my boyfriend live together right now, so yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You-
would
you
never.
love
I would
to
never
live
live with a
to-
woman.
live together or
no? We live together.
I've
right now,
done
and
it.
I would
I've done
love
it.
to
I've done
keep
it. I
doing
will
so.
say I've done it. I'll never do
I
it
enjoy
again.
living together, like
A
that
horrible
whole
decision.
thought, but I think I would want like 2 separate houses connected with a bridge. That's like my
I mean, that
ideal
would be
thing.
Two
amazing.
separate
If I had
houses.
like
Separate
him and pay
bedrooms.
money, I would love that. Like he
Yeah.
can sleep in the guest
Right.
house.
Right.
But I think
But
that,
we're
like,
still
for
close
my,
enough in proximity.
No, I think that for the sake of my family, I would want them growing up with like a traditional image of a mother and father.
In the same house all the time.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I guess
no,
with,
I
with
want
kids
my man to
that's
go
an
off to
exception.
Husbandland?
I don't know why I said that. Go to husbandland. Go work, boy. Like, go do your thing. And I don't ever see a point in my life where I'm not working unless I have young children to like take care of at home. But either way, like I hope that my husband and I spend significant time every day apart from each other, because then you do value the time you spend together.
Yes. Right.
But I would hope that I wouldn't marry someone that I didn't want to sleep in the same bed.
Oh, for
as,
sure.
You know?
I don't know who here
1000%.
dates women, but y'all are mean. So like hanging out with y'all like an extended period of time is just
I
a ticking
agree.
time.
I know. I push
Eventually,
myself
you're gonna
off.
be mad about something
Yeah.
for no reason at all. So like you have to limit the time you spend around women because
You're saying-
like it's
You're
yeah,
saying
it's-
women get upset for no women or for no
Yeah, you're
reason at all.
emotional.
I think that men and women have totally different brains, and if you talk to men who have been in marriages for a long time, from what I've gathered, is they can actually appreciate the way a woman's brain works so differently. No, you guys don't get it, and we don't get how your brains work. We're biologically different. That's why
No, but we
men
have
can't be
to
women and
we
women can't be
men
men.
have to empathize. We have to get you to date you. You don't have to understand us. So we understand you, but you don't understand us because you don't have to date us.
I don't think that you understand. I think that women can more simply understand men than men understand women, because women are crazy. Women have, complicated brains, and I think that there's validity to that when guys are like, girls are so complicated. We can't please them. They don't want the nice guy. They don't want the mean guy. We're complicated creatures. It's just how we're made.
Yeah. How is it that we don't understand you guys if like our role, like I'm in my relationships, I'm pretty submissive and serving, and it's like if our role
You're
is
submissive.
to in my
You're
relationships,
submissive.
yeah, but you have to be able to put me in my place. You feel me?
So you're conditionally like you're not submissive the entire time. Would you say you're feminine in relationships?
Yeah, very. Because I am outside of relationships, like obviously a very outspoken person, and
That has to seep into your
opinionated.
relationships.
I'm
with men.
not saying that I can't do better and maybe listen more and talk less. Like I definitely recognize my faults and all that. But to his point, and I have like a lot of room to grow. I'm not saying I'm ready to be a full wife or develop. But to your point, like if we're in that role most of the time, we have to understand you in order to cater to you. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to anticipate your wants and needs. Like a good wife, in my opinion, would. Like if that's the role you
But
want to take on. in
I'm
the
speaking
relationship.
more empathy, not.
Like empathize with men's issues.
I want to hear what Reese has to say on this. Reese, what do you got for us?
Okay. Again, on women understanding men and vice versa. I mean, I feel like in my past relationships, I've had a pretty good understanding of how my partner's brain works, because I feel like if I don't understand them, we don't have like a real, actual connection. Like if we don't understand each other, then what are we doing? Like when I'm dating someone, I want to have a really deep, genuine connection with this person. And it shouldn't matter that we're two different genders. We should be able to understand each other, right?
Or at least like communicate
Yeah.
to get to an understanding.
Yeah,
totally.
exactly. And that's why communication is
But
so
do
important.
you think that men and women communicate differently?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're emotion based.
I think we
You guys are
tend
emotions.
to use different methods of communication. And then it also comes to the point of like, how much experience do you have with communication and how comfortable are you with actually, using efficient methods of communication.
Yeah, I think in general, and girls correct me if I'm wrong, but when a guy pisses me off, my first instinct, unless we're, extremely close and I feel that I can do this without backlash, like I want him to figure out what he did wrong, and that's just a female thing. Like,
I disagree. I actually I have a tendency, if I get really upset with someone, I have a tendency to go quiet, which is a bad habit to have,
yeah,
and
you
I
want
can
them
recognize
to
that.
know what they did wrong, and then eventually they don't understand because we didn't communicate, and that's I won't say a female flaw. It's just a female characteristic. We want men to buy us flowers without telling, hey, I want you to buy me flowers. We want men to open our door without actually saying, hey, I want you to open my door. So in the context of a fight, we want men to know. We want the man to know what he did wrong or what he said to piss us off, rather than just say it.
It's like
I'm willing to say it though, because if I want,
totally different.
I'm willing to say it though, because if I want to maintain a healthy relationship, I want to.
Oh, sorry. I was going to give you a ding.
Oh, thank you.
I was going to give you a ding.
Because if I want to maintain a healthy relationship, I want to say, I want to present my issues that I have and what we can do to fix them. Because, again, what's the point in suffering and being upset in a relationship? Like, why am I going to silently suffer?
That's why you're toxic.
I think that comes with maturity and growth, but I agree with you on a baseline. There's a great book, I won't go into depth, but it's called That's Not What I Said, and it talks about how women and men are conditioned differently. Women are raised to be communal, men are raised in a hierarchy, and that conditions how we communicate.
Yeah,
so
totally.
But to piggyback off what you said, you said you want your
I said a general statement. Women in general want men to do things without having to tell them.
Right. So I'm just saying that's why women are awful disciplinarians.
Hold on just a sec, guys.
Because you don't just say what's wrong.
No, I think that the way...
Hold on. Women proves there is a reason why most cultures and religions throughout history had to keep female nature in check via laws or theological doctrine. Women don't operate in logic. They operate in emotion. Repeal the 19th Amendment.
Repeal the 19th
Can
Amendment.
I say one thing? I won't go further. Anger is an emotion. Men just process through their emotions through anger. So yes, women are emotional, but so are men.
Lovely. Yo, 10 out of 10. Thank you for the big $200 Streamlabs donation, man. Thank you. Okay. What were you guys talking about? So you want a guy to open your door, your car door, and if he doesn't, that's like a deal breaker for you.
Yeah, for me that
like
is.
Is that really a deal breaker? If someone doesn't
for
open the door for you, that's like a deal breaker?
I think consistency for me. Like, if you're going to open doors, always open the door. Don't just do it once for first impression. That's inconsistent. Okay? Like, I don't like that. Like... in general,
it's just like a first impression.
If I'm with a man, like if I'm like, say he wanted to take me on a date, or I'm just hanging out with a dude and we go somewhere and like somebody has to open my door, I am not going to walk through the door until he opens it. I will stand there and wait and look at him like, are you gonna open the door?
But it's like, if you want us to be feminine, stand in your masculinity, like lead.
Absolutely.
There you go.
You want a woman to be submissive and quiet and agreeable, but then you also want her to pay half the check. So we need to come to a common ground where it's like, okay, you know what? Men are going to be feminine and women are going to be masculine, or we take the step the other way. As a man, I'm going to be manly. I'm going to do the man thing to do, and I expect my woman to,
submit,
follow behind me.
Et cetera.
I agree.
And I think
Pick better
Brian...
men.
I pick great men. That's why we all agree.
Yes, I agree.
We all agree.
Yes, I open card. Yeah.
This is weird.
Nah, I disagree.
No, Brian does
I disagree.
Brian's...
Damn it, Brian.
Women can pay for their own food, and they can open their own doors, and they can
Oh
do all
yeah,
that.
when I'm not with you.
But food tastes better when a man pays for me.
Also,
honestly.
am I giving you my body? Am I like, if we're friends and we're going out, hell yeah, we're splitting the bill. If we're going out as a group, I hope to split the bill as well. But if you're courting me to have further relations with me, going back to potentially procreating with me, like that's just like one step is like paying the bill. Maybe not every single time, but the first like 3 to 5 times at least.
You mean 3 to 5?
So
3 to 5
what?
dates?
3 to 5 dates.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, the thing is that I would say, if on a balance of probabilities, if you look at most women themselves are not moving in a traditional way.
Correct.
So
job-wise,
So then don't date
career-wise.
most women. this is what I was saying the last time I was on. You're saying, well, most women are sleeping with other men. Most women are doing this.
Yeah, that's
you're
why
not dating most women in the world. Just pick better women. You've already said you're on dating apps. Why are you on dating apps if you're so against dating apps? And you say that dating apps.
I'm on the dating apps to recruit.
Oh.
It's the reverse finesse.
That's misleading.
Bro, women on dating apps do it for attention. They have no intention of actually going on dates. They put their Instagram in the thing. They put their Venmo. They put their Cash App. They put their OnlyFans link.
Yeah, that's
I'm like the
gross.
sole guy, the one guy out of the millions of men on dating apps who's
give
doing
you
the
a fist bump
reverse
right there.
finesse.
No.
So whatever.
You're smart. And that's not a reverse finesse. You're just, that's equal rights.
I have
right
a
there.
question
Equal
for Brian.
rights, equal.
So
What's up? No, I will not pay for the first date.
Boo.
I'm actually don't care about that. I
Oh.
pay for my own food.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so just using context clues, not assuming anything.
Context clue? What the
You
fuck?
seem to have been with many women. Correct me if I'm wrong. More than like
He's like, yeah.
20.
hundreds.
Like, right?
Listen, I'm a man of God.
Okay. I'm just asking something. So you preach that women should be innocent, should
Mm-hmm.
Have a low body count.
have a low body
Yep.
count, etc.
Yep.
But then why are you, but you're the one benefiting from women's promiscuity.
on these apps.
He already said he doesn't use the apps to hook up, but I'm just saying if you're going out with all these girls, you're the one benefiting from women's promiscuity, the very thing you're preaching against. So that's where I kind of get a little confused.
Why? I'm not in favor of promiscuity for men or women. I do acknowledge, though, that there is a bit of a difference when it comes to body count, but I don't consider myself particularly promiscuous. Like if
Okay.
I don't drink, I don't go to bars, I don't go to clubs, I don't go to parties. I'm not interested in one night stands. If a girl's visiting
Good for
Santa
you.
Barbara, if she's a tourist and she wants to hook up, I'll actually say I'm not interested.
Oh, good for you.
A one-time thing doesn't interest me. If I want to have sex with a girl, I want there to be a continuity. So, like, I'm not trying to run through. I'm not trying to fuck like 3 new chicks a week. I'm not trying to do that. Never was my interest. If I wanted and decided that I want to sleep with a girl, I want there to be a continuity. I
Okay.
want to continue seeing her. Sometimes that leads into a relationship. Maybe it's a couple months. Maybe it's a couple weeks. Maybe that's on her end. I've hooked up with girls and they
So-
just want something casual. And I didn't know, and then it
Correct.
was 1 or 2 times, and that was it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems you date for marriage.
No,
Is that
I don't want to get married.
Michael Knowles didn't change your mind?
Should I do a proposal? Chat, should I propose to someone on this panel?
How old are you?
You don't want to get married?
33.
Okay.
Why do you even
Married-
talk to women?
You can have a partner. You can have a
He
girlfriend.
has like the legal aspects.
Yeah, it's a no.
I've heard.
Legal aspects?
Yeah, but I mean, no. Just to answer your original question,
Right.
I wouldn't not consider myself promiscuous. Like
Okay.
I don't have a roster. I don't have time for it because honestly, any guy who's on his purpose, who's working hard, frankly, just from a pure time perspective, will not have time to be fucking multiple chicks.
That's true.
Like, if you're actually hustling, you do not have time to fuck multiple
Because
chicks.
your work is your relationship too.
Where I have a problem is where men are out here saying women need to be innocent, but they're the ones benefiting off the promiscuity. I now understand that's
Well,
not you.
men and women want different things, but
So we live in a world now where a lot of the women have sex like easier and more than men.
I agree.
So if that happens, you can't. If there's a dude and he's only had sex with four girls and he meets a girl that's had sex with 20 dudes, he's gonna be at a disadvantage in his just in his mind. Like,
You think that's a little emasculating? Is that what
yeah,
you're trying
well,
to say?
like,
lack of experience.
yeah, like, yeah, the lack. You can't be
So
less
would-
experienced than your partner.
Would you use the word insecure in this instance?
No. It's just.
I don't think it's insecure to not want to date the town bicycle.
No, I do too. But I was just trying to make a point, which I think that you were just purposely not
Oh,
using
am
that
I
word.
being
But no.
evasive?
This was just the last podcast. I used the word insecure, and I got freaking jumped on by Brian. And that's what you're alluding to. And I did not mean it in a negative sense. I just think that if you're a man with a woman who's been with a lot of people, insecurity is just a human emotion that everyone feels. It's a fact. You might feel insecure, and that's not a bad thing. I think it's just a fact. So I was wondering,
I don't know.
would you use the word insecure in that instance if you were a man with a lower body count than the
I don't
woman
know.
you're
I've
dating?
never been that guy.
You know what?
I've never felt what insecure.
I am insecure about getting herpes. I admit it. I'm insecure about not wanting to get an STD. I'm insecure about
That's
there
not what he
being.
was
Hold
saying.
on. I'm insecure about there being a risk of higher divorce because she's had 10, 20, 30,
getting
40
married.
partners before me. I'm insecure about her potentially having a greater likelihood of relationship dissatisfaction because she's had so many previous partners. I'm insecure because she's probably fried her brain and she's no longer able to pair bond after having 50 previous sexual partners.
I totally agree with
I'm
you.
insecure about all these things. I admit it.
Innocence
I'm
in
insecure.
women is a virtue, and I totally agree with you.
Based. So, Ella, you have game. Eric, pull up her Instagram, not her profile. We're going to play a game. Do you have your phone on you?
Oh, damn. Here we go.
Okay, so we're going to pretend like we are on a dating app or you've just slid into my DMs. So you have game. You're going to game me. You're going to show the riz.
I only game women.
Oh, are you, you're gay?
Yes.
Oh, okay, not bi. Are you bi?
I wouldn't say bi. I'm not really sure, but I do generally date women.
Oh, when you say you only game women, you don't pursue men, but you do pursue women, but
because
you are
I generally
attracted
prefer,
to men.
I'm generally more attracted to women, so those are generally people that I want to
Reese,
flirt
do
with.
you have the riz?
Oh boy.
You got Riz?
Maybe.
Okay, let's try.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's try.
Okay,
Eric,
sure.
pull up her Instagram.
Oh boy.
Pull up the chat on it if you know how to do that. Let me know when you have it.
Not sure if the.
I mean, it should be one of the recent ones. It's called Reese. Reese with the
Oh
sunglasses.
god. Yeah. I don't know
And
if I have the best feed
400.
for this. I don't have the most extensive feed.
Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, pull up our conversation.
Okay. Putting me on the spot.
You got it.
Do you have it, Eric? Okay, pull it up.
What are we doing?
Just pull it up.
It's a lot of
Oh, what the
pressure.
fuck? This is the. Wait. Oh shit.
Chit chat.
No, that's the right one, but it's not refreshing. I don't know why that's. Can you scroll down, Eric? Can you refresh? Here, hide it and then refresh. We're gonna play a game.
Oh boy.
You're gonna game me.
Oh god. Sorry.
Whoa.
Oh
What
my
was
goodness.
that?
I don't know.
That was like some
Sorry.
dragon
No,
shit.
I don't know. That came deep from my chest. My bad.
It's the Riz.
It's the
Yeah.
Riz.
It's coming
It's,
up.
I'm warming up here.
Okay.
Oh god.
Can we all, okay, realistically, if a girl's doing this, she has a couple friends she's like testing it with. So are we allowed to like
Pathetic.
give her some insight?
Pathetic. What?
What's okay? Question while we wait. What to you is good game from a guy's perspective? Because we hear a lot.
Oh, I would actually
and
love to know
let me
that.
tell you.
Can you type something? Just say test.
Men think they have game.
Actually, I would love to know. What do you mean?
Some do, but please tell
What do you
me.
Wait,
mean
what's the question?
Like, what to you is game from a men's perspective?
Why
Like,
isn't
oh,
it-
I got game. Like, how do you approach a woman?
Oh, great. Now I'm getting
Yeah.
called phlegm girl.
Oh, you're
It's
asking,
cough.
like-
Yeah, like what do the men do? Because like we're
Oh.
gonna go on the women's side because typically we don't have to
Oh,
spend
great.
game.
Eric, can you reload it one
while
more time?
we wait. While we wait, I'd love to hear.
What's that?
I said, what to you is good game on a guy's perspective? Like, how would you approach a woman while we wait? Because we're gonna have her do the woman's side.
How would a guy approach a woman?
Yeah, like yeah. Because
Well-
we have a lot of samples.
Well, I would say that one of the being outcome independent, meaning like it doesn't matter
One more
what
time.
happens.
Test.
Just I'm just talking to you. Like I don't. You can
Okay, there we go.
take it or leave it.
I agree.
So
that's
wait,
the
you
best
never
game.
answered the question. Like, what do you consider game from women? Like, what is like a big green flag and be like, oh, like she
Game
is
from
game.
women?
Yeah, like
Well, what living
Does it
in
exist?
reality? Women that live in reality.
All right, so
that's
pretend
crazy.
not delusional.
Here,
Got
here's
it.
the
Yeah.
scenario. We've either just matched on Christian Mingle. That's right.
Farmer's meat.
Or
Agnostic,
farmer's
cool.
meat. I like that one. Or you're
Farmersonly.com.
you're sliding into my DMs.
I'm sliding into. I've actually never slid into someone's
Okay,
DMs
here's
before.
let's go ahead.
Gotta do it for the. Oh my god. Okay.
Run your game.
Can she phone a friend if she needs to?
Phone a friend.
Nope.
Can I get a minute to think? I don't want to
Bruh,
just sit
this
in
is-
silence. while I think.
Come on, babe. It's the
Come on.
first word.
It's-
Oh my
Is she messaging
goodness.
you?
We got to go back and forth.
I can't just start with hi with. Okay, I guess we're starting with hi with two eyes. It's like the most basic start ever.
Wow, you've already failed.
I know, I've already failed.
That's
I've
the,
already failed.
Okay.
That's the Bumble starter
new
pack.
girl.
Okay,
gotta
you know
say-
what? Usually it would be
Bumble
easier if
starter
this was an
pack.
actual person and I could like go off
Okay,
like
here.
the vibe I get from their feed.
Okay, go. That's all I did. Most girls would not even do
You gotta
this.
say hi,
That's
cutie.
true.
my
Hi,
gosh.
cutie. I don't know how to act when you put on the spot. You're making this
How
really
you
difficult.
doing?
So I guess you're playing the dude and I'm playing the chick.
I'm playing the dude.
Is it
Like-
fair to say that this is like this weird alternate reality that I don't care to partake in? I've literally never said yes to a date through like Instagram DMs. If someone's hitting on me, it's probably
It's
at
not
work.
about you. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Reese.
God.
See, all I can think about right now is the bots that request me on my Instagram DMs asking me to paint me like as a mural or like being my sugar baby. That's the only like game I can think of.
If this was a conversation in person, you've
Okay.
basically been standing here looking at me for a minute uncomfortably. Imagine you're approaching me in person, so I need like quick.
Oh my God. I don't know. You might have to
Hi.
pick someone else.
We matched on the dating app. What's
We matched
going
on a dating app.
Phone a friend.
Boom, boom, boom.
Phone a friend.
I'm that friend you phone. Just so you know.
Are the bubbles up?
Probably.
Are you typing?
I'm typing. I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Come on, girl, you got it. You're representing all of us.
Do I have like a fail noise?
I'm typing. I'm typing.
Can I do it?
I'm not impressed by your performance.
Oh boy.
I can already tell that I don't like you.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I would just send a GIF at this point if you don't know what
Look,
to say.
I might have to give up. I'm so sorry to have wasted your time.
Yikes.
Who's next?
Or
Jump in.
she could have responded to a story, right?
Come on.
Send a thirst trap, girl. Just like something sexy.
I don't do
Send
that.
You could send a dick pic.
Clip pic?
Okay.
Like-
Are there any women here who would actually be very interested in receiving a dick pic from a random person? Because I'm not one of those girls.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd be down to receive pussy pic.
I'm sure.
I invite it. Send it.
Just
send it.
randomly,
don't wanna
you're
be the
just
judge.
open
To
your
what? Like,
inbox
you're
and
res-
it's like,
Wait till
yeah.
I ask.
You
Yes,
receive this
thank you very
photo,
much.
then what?
Yes,
You ask
we
her on a
appreciate
date?
it. That's very kind of you. That was a very kind gesture,
She's the one I
man.
want to be with.
That's
Like,
the
really
pussy
made
I
my
want,
day.
I
but
know,
not
like,
to
guys would
marry.
be like, oh, I want a girl to send me this or hit me up. And then it's like, but that's not the girl you want to date. So what do you
Oh,
want
are
it
we
for?
hiding
Just to
it?
open
Okay, I
it?
guess
Yeah,
we're
I will
hiding.
say
All right,
with the
let's-
sliding into the DMs, is she trying to fuck or is she trying to like date you, like relationship? Because
that
that's
was
two
a
different
just-
things, like two different things.
That was.
Erroneous.
Every girl I've ever dated, I've had sex with on the first date.
Maybe that's why you haven't wiped any of them up yet.
Oh, I have.
That's
No,
Chad
like you're
status.
not like married to anyone.
It's okay, Reese. You
Well,
can.
I don't
you can
want to.
close
I
out
don't
your
want
phone.
to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you
It's
said
too
you
late,
wanted to get
Reese.
married.
I think I've missed my opportunity.
Yeah, just you can put your phone away now.
I might just have to delete my entire account at this point.
Have you thought about
Is your-
that? How's it going? How's your?
Oh, here we go.
How's it hanging?
No, he's already removed it from the. Are you typing still?
Yeah.
Okay, Eric, pull it back up. All right, we'll give her a second shot.
Why don't you guys like imitate a phone call?
That's like the best I got.
I'm not impressed by your performance.
How's your day?
I'm not
baby?
either.
I'd love.
I don't
to-
know. I don't know how to do this.
Are you selling it? Are you celibate or are you selling it, honey?
Yo, I want to ask the ladies really quick. If a guy said this to you, off rip, how do you answer?
You don't.
I would ask like how so.
Absolutely No.
Because if it depends. Because if he would
love
say
to
I would
know.
love to take you out to dinner,
Oh,
then I'd be like I'm interested. But then if he would just send me a dick pic, then he's getting blocked. It just depends where he's going.
yeah,
with
no
it.
dick pic.
Yeah.
What
No
about
dick
Yeah,
I want to
totally.
have
Very
you for
anti-dick
dinner?
It's a little early on to decide. if-
Pussy
if-
pics are cool though. Pussy pics are okay.
Honestly, like
Great
let's keep it a whole stack. You're gonna look at his profile and you're gonna make a snap judgment. And if you feel like you're attracted to them, then you're gonna respond. If you're not attracted to them, you're not gonna respond because you can't get a good impression. It's the same with dating apps. You swipe left or right, and you can't get a good impression of a real whole person off of like one message. But like you're more inclined to respond if you're attracted.
Okay, so
That's
this brings
just
me. Let me do one super chat,
attraction.
and this will bring me to my next point. So first, let me just get this. Did I read this one?
No.
No.
El Emirati, thank you for the 100, I believe, British pounds. Yeah. Yo, feminism is white supremacy for women. White women rarely stand up for women of color. First wave feminism was only formed because white women don't want black men to get voting rights before them. Are these women more oppressed than, say, Native American men or black men?
White women? No.
No.
White women are
negative.
The least
Thank you, El Emirati. I think that was your first super chat, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. We also have one, I believe, here. Or wait, no, we don't. Did we do? Wait. This one came through as a TTS, right? Oh, whoops.
10 out of 10
Oops,
donated $199.
I triggered it again?
Watching
Wait.
modern women proves that.
Hold on, I'm just gonna. Here, let me hide it. Oops, didn't mean to trigger that again. My bad. Okay, so the question is, I'm gonna wait for Sandy here to come back. Yo, Frankie K, good to see you, man. By the way, just a reminder for anyone who's kind of tuning in, we bumped up the TTS trigger and the read trigger. So read is 100, TTS is 200. Sandy is puffing on her vape. Sandy, aren't you a nurse?
Sandy.
Wait, what the?
Sarah?
Susan.
Susan.
Oh my God,
I'm sorry.
Ryan.
I'm sorry.
I am so sad.
I'll pay for
Sandy.
I'll pay for your McDonald's on the day that I take you on
Thanks.
to make up for it. You're a nurse and you vape?
I have no game. I do.
You
Yeah.
vape?
Yeah, I do.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
I quit.
You used to.
I'm
Okay.
human. Like, if you stab me, I will bleed. Okay?
Oh, thank you for explaining.
Yes.
That. Reese, are you still trying to game me up or what's up? What are you
No,
doing?
I'm watching. There's this influx of Instagram DMs coming towards me now, asking to work on my game
to
and
marry
to
you?
practice
Wait,
with them.
are people actually really? Oh shit.
Yeah, people want me to practice my game with them,
Okay.
which I honestly could do. But to be fair, like game in person is a lot different than like
Okay,
texting
here.
game.
Tell you what. Game me right now.
Oh God, no! I already failed the first time. You want me to embarrass myself
Yeah,
again?
here.
It should be way easier.
Approach
Oh God. Okay.
Come on, girl.
Oh God.
All right, so
I'm
me
gonna go to-
here. I'm a girl. You're a guy.
Oh, I'm the guy.
I'm Brianna. I'm here with Raquina.
Yeah.
Raquina.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, we remind me that we need to talk about the pimp stuff. Remind me.
For sure.
Okay. So, go ahead.
That's
How's
funny.
your-
I'll
I-
leak plastic.
Okay.
Yes.
Here. Where are we?
Oh my
Are
God,
we at
that
a
picture
club?
We
was
have party.
super
We're
huge.
at a party. Usually these interactions happen at parties.
At a party.
At parties.
Okay. So, yeah, like
the
the DJ's so good.
Oh, my TikToks.
Oh my God.
Oh, super cute. I love your shoes.
Thank you. Oh my God. Yeah, I just got my nails done.
Oh my God.
Hey, red flannel.
What the hell?
Hi.
Oh, girl, he's talking to you.
Hi.
I was just wondering if it was okay if I talked to you. I saw you from across the room and I just couldn't stop looking at you.
Lame.
Would you like to tell me your name?
Brianna.
Pretend like I'm kissing the top of your hand. Oh, so nice to meet you, Brianna. I'm Chad.
Hi, Chad.
You're Chad, so you come around here a lot, or
I go to school here.
you go to school here? You go to
Yeah.
school here?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're smart then.
I'm a comm major.
You're a comm major. So you're good at communicating.
Isn't that? Wait. I guess.
Sorry. One more time.
I guess I like to talk to my girlfriends about.
Someone seems a little flustered.
Excuse me?
I said someone seems a little flustered.
No, I just think you're weird.
Oh. That seems like it'd be the end of the conversation then.
We have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we have to go to the bathroom.
We have to go to the bathroom.
I'll see you later.
I
Bummer.
think you did very well, and I
Thank
think
you,
that
that
they
was-
portrayed women a little unfairly.
To be fair, I'm not used to being the dude
I think
in
that
this situation.
girls give a little bit more than that.
I'm not gonna lie. I could not do what men do at all. It takes a lot of courage to walk up to a woman and just start a conversation. And like you said, the way you go about it is just like talking to them with no like outcome in mind and just talking to them like a person and like see
No,
what
it
happens.
takes years
Yeah,
of
girls,
practice.
right?
I've been
Yeah, but
rejected.
that's so scary.
a lot.
That's so scary. I
Like,
could not
you
do
get
that.
rejection.
I don't
You
know.
get rejected. You have to get used to
no.
rejection.
Rejection therapy is
Yeah.
something that everyone should
Focus,
do.
Reese.
That's a therapy?
Focus.
I thought you went to the bathroom. I thought this conversation
Every
was
day for
over.
100 days,
Do you wanna
you
try
go and
again?
ask a stranger for
Again?
$100.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
know
boy.
that they're going to
Here,
say no.
I'll
just
be
to
more
hear
favorable.
She
Okay.
needs a wingman.
But just to be clear, like women will blank dudes like that. When
That's
they,
true.
Like women will blank like one word answer.
So then why do you want to pursue
But
that
that's the
woman?
thing.
Go
Well,
talk to
that's-
the next one that has
Well,
Well,
that-
that's
that
the
is a
thing. If a woman's
strategy.
giving a blank
Talk
word
to
answer, they
women who are
probably don't want to be
interested
talking to you. So this would be a lot easier if you were
but-
giving me something to work with here.
But there are some
Well,
women
you did
that
kiss his hand though.
I did kiss your hand.
That was a little weird.
No, I like I liked it.
I like a little bit of chivalry. Like that's not the end of the world.
Chivalry is dead.
I know.
That
I
is
know.
me too. You me
Only
too,
guys will
Brian.
kill it.
No.
I don't.
No.
Okay, once more. I'll be more favorable.
Oh boy.
All right, Lucretia.
I feel like I already used my.
All right,
my
here. Let's go back to the conversation. here.
yeah, I feel like we're done with the role playing.
Sorry.
Okay.
Like,
Love
I
that.
hate
You-
strangers
there was an
touching me.
attempt made. An attempt made. Okay,
Anyway.
so kind of related to that, do women agree or disagree with the following statement? Women have dating on easy mode.
What does that mean? What does that mean, Brian?
Yeah.
Women have dating on easy mode. Agree or disagree?
That we don't like have to do as much to get like a date. Like, what?
The
Can you be
start-
just a little
before
more-
dating or during dating or after dating? Like,
I mean, it's kind of just general question, I would say.
then I would have
Too general to answer.
Yeah, it's too
But,
general.
Yeah, because what
Compared to men,
but
how
what-
about that? Does that make it easier?
No, before,
Yes.
during, or after.
Agree.
Do, do women have dating easier than men?
Yes. Absolutely. You get like there are downsides to being a woman for sure and being in that atmosphere, but like you should be, in my opinion, you should be a little bit courted and you get approached. Men have to really work and like they have to be like reach a certain status themselves and like have a certain like, you know, most women will like reject them if like they don't have a good job or like they don't look a certain way or like they're not tall enough and whatever. Women, you just have to be a woman and like somebody is going to find you attractive and you're the one getting approached 99% of the time. And if you were to go and approach a man, you're most likely going to get some type of interest. Yeah? Damn.
There's this interesting.
I was on your side. Fuck.
How does it go?
Lord.
Did someone just fart?
No, that was my knuckles.
Oh my god. What the frick?
You made me nervous.
Somebody fart.
Natural.
Come back to me.
Do you want to tell us something?
Come back to me.
What?
No, I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Do men or women have dating easier?
It depends on who you talk to. I find it hard. I hard filter before. Like, if I see, like, a gym pic, I'm probably going to be like, no. Because that's, like, I am into fitness. Obviously, it doesn't look like I work out right now because I haven't. But I can't do a gym rat. I'm sorry. That's just my personal preference. I'm not a huge muscle
Get off your
woman.
back page thing. Whatever.
I asked you to skip me so I could look up something really, really quick.
Oh, you're looking something up.
Yeah,
It's
I'm looking
related?
something up.
Okay,
Sorry.
fine,
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, I just go through a filtering process.
Tell us your standards. Why don't you start off there? How tall are you?
Consistency.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Minimum height for the guy?
I prefer taller, like way tall.
Like 6'3"?
I mean, the thing is, that's not really. I don't really go for appearance first thing.
You don't?
No.
You sure?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. No, seriously, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not shallow Hal. Like, you know,
What's your
I
type?
don't go for like.
What's your type?
Huh?
What's your type? If you just had to fire off like a couple physical traits, personality traits, what's your type?
Well, my type is someone that has their stuff together. Now,
Into the mic, closer, closer.
someone that has their life together, right? Because that's just at my phase right now. But
You're a nurse.
Right.
How much do you make?
I don't know.
A year?
I don't know.
6 figures, though.
I have no idea. Oh, I have no idea.
You make 6 figures?
We're not going to talk expenses, but
Do you feel that you're compensated properly for what you do?
Yes, because I love what I do. Yeah.
So does that mean you're okay with settling for less money? I think that nurses are
what do you mean?
entirely underpaid. So I'm just trying
Nurses
to feel out. Are you not saying
compensated
because
pretty well, I think.
Yeah, nurses are compensated pretty well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're on the high end of things.
I'm pretty.
Six
I mean,
figures.
I
Are you
can't.
six
I can't
figures?
complain. I love
Six
my
figures?
career, so I didn't make a bad choice.
Did you make a bunch of money in Dogecoin too?
I lost money in Dogecoin, so I'm not good with the crypto. And then I had Voyager, which belly upped. So
Fit check, by the way.
Did you think I was looking up someone on back pages, or I was on my back pages?
Do you actually have Backpage?
I don't. I'm
Isn't that
just
a thing for
curious.
prostitution?
Yeah, that's like
They got rid of it. Oh, that's so
no, they still have
sad.
it.
Backpage?
Yes, I've seen vans like outside of most like
Oh yeah.
like Runyon
Those
Canyon,
things, yeah.
Hollywood. Yeah,
What the frick?
yeah, they have like vans that have whatever.
Okay, so you want to hire her.
advertisements.
Does he have to make as much as you or more?
I would prefer someone that makes more, because I like to be like wined and dined, like
You like to
treated
wine
like
and
a
dine.
princess. I don't drink actually,
Treated
but
like a
I like
princess.
I like being treated like a princess. I want to make my own money, but I want you to be able to take me out.
Wait, but do you make six figures?
I don't know. I don't
Question,
think
have-
I'm a new nurse.
Oh, you're
I don't have enough of the
Closer to the mic.
I don't have enough of like time. Yeah. I'm still a new like just
well, nurses make good money, but
I'm comfortable, but
you're
I would
comfortable.
like to
Do you have your own place?
Huh?
You have your own place?
No.
Do you
Certain
live
things
with-
like
Do you live with your parents?
no. Certain things just yeah. I would like a little bit more because I'm not the type of person that likes to stay stagnant. Like
Oh, so you're
I'm,
are you a travel nurse?
I'm not a travel nurse,
Okay.
but I'm constantly trying to like evolve and do different things.
Wait, so you're a princess?
Yes.
You're a princess, and you've never.
So I have to make enough money to spoil myself and my dog. And then, that's number one, right? And then bills and etc.
Okay, so Reese, get off your phone.
Sorry.
Okay, so you're a princess.
Yeah. But I like hustling too. Like I love working, but I have to love where I work and what I do. And luckily I've been able to find that. But I like being able to do different things, and kind of grow as a person. Like I want to be a business owner.
Have you ever paid for a guy on a date? Ever?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind spending money on people, but I will friend zone them because I want my man to take care of me. That's just my preference. I will just friend zone you, which is totally fine.
But have you ever paid for a guy on a date with the interest of continuing the relationship?
Like if they were to ask me on a date, and would I pay
Whatever
for
the
it?
scenario is, have you ever paid for a guy on a date, first date, and wanted to continue seeing him?
No, but like if I were to have a boyfriend, I would spoil them. Like I will buy things for them. But no, I don't think that I've ever gone on a date where I've had to go Dutch. I'll pay for myself if I already am not interested in you. I will fork out my money and go. So it's like I don't feel bad that I'm not
Everything
interested.
good, Reese?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. I don't know where your friend is. Is she still here? Or?
She went out the door. She went out the door, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna go try and look for her.
Everything okay?
I think that's just gonna try and look for her. What the fuck? That's rude. Hello? Is it a Frank Castle? Self Castle? I'm just gonna go and try and look for her.
Let's just let that be. Moving on.
I don't know if they're coming back. That's fucking weird.
I think that you have a great point. I think that I want to make enough money to where
All
I
right,
can
we'll take them
spoil
out
the
of
man
the
that I'm with.
description.
And I think that I want to be with a man that spoils me and
Huh?
more. So I think
You
it's
sure?
a mutual thing. Again, I love to work. So I hope that I'll always have a job. I want to be a business owner. I want to have passive income. So either way, I do want to be contributing to our household. But yeah, I want a man that makes more money
Somebody
than me.
said in the comments, her money is her money and his money is our money. And honestly, like I don't mean it like in a money sucking way. Like give me all your money, but it's
that's the mentality I'm looking for in a man.
Yeah, that's and going back to we were mentioning about like multiple wives, Islam culture, like that's the premises
doesn't
of
work
that.
like that.
No, it is the basis of that. Absolutely, it is. That's why they have multiple wives and stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. The way that I was looking at it when I say like the man says like this is our money, you know, unless he's like unfathomably wealthy, then he probably can't be providing for several women at a time. Like, gosh, our generation's never going to be able to buy a house. So how do we expect a man to like pay for?
I hope so.
I thought you were going to have 2 houses.
I hope so.
In Fantasyland, right? Like, it's
we're
funny to think
gonna
about.
have
Candyland.
me and him are gonna have 2 houses. Him and I. Us.
Oh.
Can
Have
I
you ever let a woman pay on a date?
Can I ask?
Have you let a woman? Absolutely.
Did you say you did corn?
Yeah. Yep.
So you never did like girl on girl scenes?
No.
Okay.
Let's talk about pimping.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Can we finish that just real quick?
Sure.
I would love to talk about
to go
pimping
back
though.
to like when you asked me if I supported the
Yeah.
LGBTQ. That's something I have struggled with myself, is my sexuality, and that's something that I had to like really dig deep on, like my childhood trauma and everything like that, and that's still something that I struggle with today, is like getting out of my masculine form, is like when I feel like I want a woman, and that's something that I deal with today still.
So are you saying you would want women? Or
No.
So you didn't know.
No, I would not
and that's
want
fine.
a woman.
But when you see women together or men together, are you
I don't.
like,
I don't like make it a problem or anything. I respect everybody what they want to do. Like,
right. Okay.
Mainly for
That's
lesbians and gays, but like the whole transgender thing and everything like that. Like that's where it gets a little crazy overboard for me.
Okay, let's talk about your pimp. Okay, so you had a pimp. You used to do sex work.
Yeah.
How many tricks have you had?
I can't answer that.
Like hundreds, thousands?
I would say hundreds. I wouldn't say thousands.
She said yes.
Okay. And from what age to what age were you doing that?
18 to now.
Oh, okay. So still sort of doing it a little
Just like 1, maybe 2.
bit. Okay.
Not necessarily, not sexual all the time, but definitely using them for their money.
So you were, what's the term? Finessing? Did you do the finesse?
Like,
Would you
what does that
finesse
mean?
like a hustler?
I mean,
like
you
you'd
do
hustle these guys.
like in the stripper sense, you do have to have that mentality, because like you're paying to be at this club and you're paying to work there to make this money, so you do have to finesse men to make money at your job.
Okay. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. What do you have, like the most craziest sex worker pimp situation that ever happened?
No, not.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
What's the most money you ever spent on a girl?
The most money I've ever spent on a girl?
Mm-hmm.
Most money I've ever spent on a girl. Maybe no more than 100, I think.
I've spent like at least like $1,500 on a guy before. On
No-
some, like,
no
work
more than
together.
100.
Wow.
Yeah.
All total, Brian?
That's so depressing.
Yeah, I'm not really like.
What's your Roth IRA look like? I hope it's like full. Like you better be doing
Yo,
the
I've
max
saved-
contribution, because you're saving a lot of money, my friend.
I will tell you this throughout
For real.
throughout the years, and listen, I want my super
'Cause girls
chatters.
cost money.
I want my super chatters to
Do
be
they?
confident in me, knowing that their contributions, their patronage to my channel is not somehow benefiting.
It's not getting him laid.
It's getting political, I feel
It's
like.
not benefiting.
Well, okay, before
my-
this channel, then.
No, I mean throughout.
Never. Like,
Maybe I think I've treated a girlfriend to hibachi.
That's nice.
30, $40 each. I'm a generous guy. I'm really. I'm a generous man.
Money isn't everything to me. I don't think everything should be based upon money. Like, I know what I do for a living, but that's something that I chose to do because of the, the card life gave me. I had a not so good childhood, and this is just what I decided to do.
Yeah, I'll also add to that. Of all the dates I've been on, I'd say the vast majority of them split the check. Wow. I've split the check on the vast majority of dates. I've maybe paid a couple times.
Do you get returning women? Like,
I lose women.
You lose them, but
I lose women.
Some of them come back. Some of them like stick around and keep.
Yeah.
What percentage?
What percentage?
Yeah.
Well, I want to say first dates. I mean, it varies at what point, because sometimes you have like a rough patch. Other times you're hitting on all cylinders. You're doing good. Mm-hmm. But first dates, honestly, I'd say 1/4 of first dates will go further.
That's fair.
I think that's a good. That could
happen. That ratio can happen if you're even paying the bill.
Even if you're
full.
paying for the date.
Yeah. Which
is exactly why I don't pay, because the likelihood of any given date going anywhere anyways is so greatly diminished for a variety of reasons, chiefly that women have way more options now. There's dating apps, there's social media, whereas back in the day, if you went on a date, like back in the day, maybe you went on 3 dates, then you had a wife.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be out here going on 6-7 dates a week and shit.
Yeah,
Do you
people
go
aren't
out-
getting married anymore. I
People-
think that's the
what-
problem.
Do you
Yeah.
go out with like bad bitches? Like, what's your type? Like,
I like nerdy STEM chicks.
You like
who
stacked
study
chicks?
STEM.
Oh, STEM,
like
sorry.
science, technology, engineering, math.
No,
like smart. I like
women in
smart
STEM.
girls. Yeah, smart kind of shy. I'd consider myself more introverted, so I like introverted girls. I like shy girls.
That's an interesting career path to have for an introvert.
I suppose so.
Quick question. How much money?
Maybe that's why. Go ahead.
What's the largest amount of money you've spent on just yourself? So is it about spoiling other people, or do you not spoil yourself either?
I don't really spend a whole bunch on my. Honestly, I don't really go on vacations much. I probably should, because I'm kind of a stress case. But I get I'll get professional massages, like, occasionally.
That's good.
But yeah, I don't really. I'm not really into consumerism all that much. So I've been driving the same car that I've driven since 2012. I bought a Toyota. I don't need a fancy car. I don't wear a watch. I wear the same clothes. Like, I wear sweatpants from Costco. I just buy that shit in bulk. Puma, let's go. Give me the sponsorship.
All day.
I wear black, $5-10 t-shirts from Kohl's.
Yeah, if you're just a frugal guy in general, I think that's okay. Instead of like, yeah, I'm a ball out, but not on these bitches. Like, that's stupid. Like, come on.
Yeah,
but if you're just frugal in general and that's who you are,
Yeah.
I think that's perfectly acceptable.
I mean,
don't be with somebody that's very materialistic.
I've been looking though for a girl who I'm down to, like, for example, if I want to go to Hawaii, I'm trying to go to Hawaii in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm looking, just saying. But in that scenario, like, if it was my girlfriend, right? And let's say she's a bit younger than me, I'm obviously going to be out. Well, I'm going to be out earning her. Under those circumstances, like, I want to go to Hawaii, I want her to come with me. I'll pay for the trip. That's fine.
That's more than 150, honey.
Well, I haven't taken a girl on vacation before.
Is it fair to say, though, that you wouldn't like a girl that would expect you to pay for the trip no matter what, just because of, like, you're the man? Or do you feel like it is more masculine in your role to take care of your woman?
If she's traditional, then I would accept those expectations. But if she's promiscuous and has a high body count and is not particularly feminine and has, like, no, we're not gonna pick and choose when you get traditional benefits from me. If you are a more traditional woman, or at the very least, so long as you're feminine and you bring me peace, under those circumstances, I'm much more willing to fall into the provider role. But I find it very difficult for me to fall into the provider role because frankly, most of the women I encounter, they don't strike me as traditional women.
Where are you meeting your... this is what I want to ask. If one day, I know you don't want to get married, but you do want or would be open to having a life partner, like, why are you in Santa Barbara? I feel like there's no culture in California, and I feel like there's definitely not a healthy dating culture or anything that promotes marriage. Like
Japan, let's go.
Well, I mean, you're a grown man. Like, why are you still here?
I mean, my business is here. Well, I mean, first, I grew up in Santa Barbara. I love Santa Barbara. My business is here. I don't know if I'm going to be like a passport bro, but like, it's tempting. It's definitely tempting. So,
I mean, men, we got time.
But California's failed society. That's for
men,
sure.
we have time.
For what?
We don't. He has time. He doesn't have a biological clock, so he can just do his business
fair
and
enough.
make his
But,
money. And
I
then
mean,
like,
but
all right,
as we already established, you know, your goal demographic is young 20s, and as you grow older, you've already said, not today, but you've already said you're in a position where you could take care of someone.
Yes. Yeah, I could have a stay-at-home wife if I was so inclined.
Yeah, exactly.
And I could take care of everything.
I mean, you're at the age where like you're not gonna grow in looks, so you know you don't have a biological clock when it comes to kids. But
Yeah, I peaked at like 23 in that department.
Can we see pictures of little Brian?
Aww.
I don't know if we want to pull up my Instagram, but
do it.
Yeah.
Real quick, I don't have an OnlyFans. I
can
would do
be
a feet
honest.
only one though, but no, I really
Just be
honestly
honest.
don't. I do Twitch streaming on
Oh.
T_Blazer. Boop.
Boom. So continue. By the way,
Sorry.
can you swap with? Can you
I
take
have
that
the
chair?
squeakiest
Yeah,
chair
just
on
take
the
that chair because I don't know if
planet.
she's.
I'm
I don't
sorry,
know if she's
'cause
coming
I
back.
have to shift. Yes.
So, what was your question? Was that it? Why California?
Yeah, why are you still here? I didn't realize you grew up here. For whatever reason, I thought.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
grew up here.
I don't know. Everything I have is
Did you
here
go to
in
UCSB?
California. No.
Did you go to school?
Sort of. It's.
Well, I think school is a scam, so that wasn't supposed to be like a dismissive question.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just wondering. Did you leave state to go to school?
No, I stayed here. I don't want to. I'm not going to disclose exactly where. I did go to Santa Barbara City College, then
Some other
elsewhere,
stuff
but
here.
I'm not,
Okay.
I don't want to disclose on that. But,
Okay.
wait, what happened?
I switched chairs because mine was so squeaky.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then homegirl.
So you
MIA.
Gotcha.
No,
Can you
you still
put
have
that
yours.
microphone on the ground? Wait, why did you
Wait.
move?
Wait, didn't you
No,
wanna,
you no. You stay here. I just
Yeah,
wanted
we
her in a
just-
different chair
I have
because
a
that other one was
squeakiest chair
fucking
on the
squeaky.
planet.
Can we still be spread out?
Yeah, can you just put that microphone on the ground? Like behind you? What's up? Scuffed, by the way. Scuffed. Wait, hold on. Let
Did you
me.
see that comment?
I didn't see it, but I'll actually read a couple comments now.
I saw the comment. That was funny.
What was it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's hard in California. I think California. What? 7. Yeah, I think California is not great because it's. I'm not like super hardcore conservative either, but like yeah, I mean, there is
clearly not.
there is a hookup culture. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know where I lean politically, honestly. Sometimes I say I'm kind of like center left. Sometimes I think I'm like center right. I don't really know. In any case, yeah, there's like, we're 2 hours north of LA. There's a major hookup culture. So.
Yeah. I mean, I
And-
think everything in LA is literally like the devil, and Hollywood and all that stuff
Yeah,
is just
not
like,
good.
horrible, and
All
I
right.
think it's seeped into our culture.
Sure. Let me get these super chats. Yo, Frankie K, thank you for the 100, man. Appreciate it. When men are concerned with your body count, it's not due to insecurity. Men are more concerned that your oxytocin receptors have become so desensitized that you can't effectively pair bond, and that you're so focused with emotional validation that you'd give your body to anybody. Yo, Frankie K, thank you for that $100 super chat, man. We will talk. We will talk about body count here in a moment. And then we had one that came through here that I'll get. Brian, your wife is sitting to your left in red. Stop being an idiot and put her on lockdown. She will definitely go to Hawaii with you.
I love Maui, but Brian won't open my door. I have respect for Brian. I love a man who's about his hustle, but Brian won't open my door. Maybe we can attend each other's wedding. Oh, you're not getting married.
Yeah, I'll attend
You're not
your
going to
wedding.
attend my
But
wedding.
she's traditional. She's what you're asking
Closer
for.
to the mic.
Sorry, she's traditional. She's what you kind of like looking
But
for.
even he said he just doesn't, you know.
But
he
I-
doesn't want
I
the
maybe
think-
that would
finger.
bring out the
There's
more,
no
you know,
benefit for
traditional side
marriage.
of him.
That's why.
Men that are married are.
If
If
you
we want to go
found
off those
a
like
woman
little data
unicorn,
points, men that are
just
married,
perfect,
live
checked
longer.
every box, like
Would you marry her?
21 years old, virgin, would you marry her?
That's tempting. That's tempting. Possibly.
Brian,
Possibly.
are you scared that she's going to take all your money? Is that why you don't want to get married?
I mean, that there's a financial
Prenup.
component.
Sorry.
There's a
Prenup.
financial component.
Prenup.
What are you talking
I-
about?
I-
Prenups are
I
bullshit.
believe in prenups.
Why is a prenup
Because
bullshit?
they get thrown out. They can get
Really?
thrown out.
They can
yeah.
get thrown out. If
Oh.
you cheat on her, it could get thrown out, right?
I just
And
there's no. I don't.
I would like.
it's-
I would
it's security.
definitely.
'Cause
Yeah.
marriage is security,
I
and
don't
you need to
believe in
secure
divorce,
that.
So I would never sign a prenup because I don't believe in divorce.
What if he divorced you? Somebody can divorce you. Somebody can leave you.
Well,
Like,
I probably
you
am
know,
not going into the marriage with more money, and that's why I would never stop working. That's why it's important to me to have passive income at a young age and make smart decisions and put myself in a good spot.
Yeah, for sure. But you can't control every factor in life, and a prenup protects the
another
woman
person.
as well, not just the man's money or your like. If
Well, in
say you
California,
make more money,
divorce
you want
courts
to
side
protect
with
your
women
money.
an insane amount. Like literally, if you're a woman, you get divorced in California, you're going to be just fine.
Well, I'll just say this. I was at court once. It was a litigation thing. I'm not going to get into it. A couple times. And before my case was called, it was a divorce case that involved children. And it was the most brutally depressing thing I listened to. Sitting there at the Santa Barbara courthouse for 30 minutes listening to these two argue about finances and the custody of the children. And I'm like, these people probably didn't imagine being in this situation when they got married. And so is somebody's phone going
Sorry,
off?
it's
Can
my
you-
watch. I'm
It's
on
all
Do
good.
Not Disturb, but it's my watch is going off. I'm so sorry.
I hear what you're saying. Divorce court is the worst possible thing. I think
Your dad's a lawyer, right? What kind
He's
of law
a
does
bankruptcy
he?
attorney.
Bankruptcy
So
attorney.
it's somehow even more depressing.
Yeah, that's
no,
pretty-
not more depressing. But
No.
my parents
That
had
changes
my parents
a lot.
had an awful divorce. It took years to actually get divorced.
Right.
And my dad is remarried to someone who also did not necessarily have a cordial divorce. And so I've seen the ins and outs of divorce court, and it's awful. And that's why
Yeah.
marriage is a big thing. Marriage
you-
is not like a pastime.
Are you Catholic?
My mom is, my dad's Jewish.
What are you?
Jewish.
Oh, okay.
I was brought up Jewish.
Well, I know. I don't know what it is.
I was
in the-
baptized though. I'm kind of, I'm not necessarily religious. I do consider myself spiritual, but
Okay.
I like.
Well, I
don't think the Jews would claim me.
Because you
back.
said, you said that you said you don't believe in divorce, and I've heard that for Catholics that that's like no good.
I just
to get
would never
divorced.
do that to my children.
Okay. All right. Well.
So you would stay with somebody who's dissatisfying you or making you really depressed, or they change as a person and blah blah blah, and making your children more.
Once you become a mother, I think your
Situationally
children's needs prioritize
Supersede
over your own
yours?
needs.
Absolutely, but
Yep.
does that mean that they'll see a rotting marriage in front of them, and
So,
and
right.
I don't.
and then that's
I
their standard
don't believe
of
in
love?
bad marriages either. No, I'm just
So,
kidding.
I love that. I love that.
I
but
like believe in manifesting, and I am manifesting nothing but a perfect marriage because I want to demonstrate to my children what love looks like. I want them to see a healthy marriage, and that's why I'm very picky with who I go out with. I'm very picky with who I would decide to date, and I'd be very picky with who I would decide to marry.
Weren't you just in a situationship
No.
recently? Didn't you say you were in a situationship or dating around a bit?
Oh, yeah, like I'll go on dates here and there, but because, if someone says, "Hey, Lindsay, I think you're really cute. Let me take you on a date." And if he says it like that, I'm sure I'll go on a date with you. And it took 2 dates for me to just say, "Hey, I don't think this is I don't see a future. I'm not going to waste his time. I'm not going to waste my time."
So I have. Make it really quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I know you're gonna say you're gonna be selective with your husband, but I tend to agree with you that relationships can get worked out. But I was a child of divorce as well, and bottom line is my dad was very emotionally abusive, and I was very relieved when they got divorced because I wasn't in a good home environment at part of the time, and it caused a lot of emotional strife and issues with me and my family. So it's I would say there's exceptions and that blanket statement, you can think you're picking the right person, and then
of
that
course.
person can change on you.
I think that my original statement was silly, and I choose to revoke that. I believe in
I
divorce.
respect
My
that.
parents got divorced, and I'm glad they did. They had a horrible, not loving marriage, and it benefited my older brother, my older sister, and I for them to get divorced. It was not pretty. It was not awesome, and so.
But it's good that you can
believe
see
in
that.
respect
divorce,
that.
but
I want that,
that is You know,
Anyways,
I'm
I
not
still
going
believe in
into
grown-ups,
marriage.
though.
I am not going into
No
marriage
one's a victim.
thinking, well, I can divorce him if it doesn't work out.
I was like, oh, here we go. She's the victim now.
Okay, Stifler, ask the ladies to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10.
Here we go.
We're gonna start with you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna pass on this.
No pass.
No,
No passing.
No,
No
I
passing.
feel like I'm gonna. You know,
Come on, tell
there's
us-
days
Purely
I
looks?
wake up and I'm like, what the f? You know, I'm like, how can I be this
Closer, a
ugly?
little closer.
No, like it just really depends on the day. I think that I'm okay, but I have to give thanks to makeup and also my plastic surgeon,
What?
Dr.
That's
Calvert. Thank you.
Yo, shout out Dr. Calvert.
Calvert.
Shout out.
Dr. Calvert.
Yeah.
What
no,
do you have? What do you have done, by the way?
My boobs,
Boobs.
and then I have
Really?
fillers and Botox. No,
Any-
yeah, these are natural.
Oh.
Any
I'm just kidding.
Is
lipo?
your nose?
No, not lipo.
No lipo.
I just got boobs when I
Boobs.
graduated nursing school. I was
So
like
recently?
Did
I
you get a
love
discount?
that.
2019.
2019.
That's a little graduation gift.
It was yeah.
Love that.
Did your sugar daddy?
No.
You paid
graduated
for it.
nursing school? She's good. Nurses
Well,
off,
she-
in a
off
lot of
bat,
debt.
they could
The
make
thing
up
is,
to 100K.
like, you
they're good.
have financing options as well, but then yeah,
What?
Your
wait,
nose
what?
is perfect. Is your nose real?
my nose is real.
Dang.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's sweet. But then it's contoured. I mean, makeup. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I mean,
Yeah, makeup
I-
does wonders.
that's why I'm
can-
saying like it really depends on the day.
I think I've read you. I think I have you figured out.
Doubt it.
I'm honestly getting sugar mama vibes from you.
No.
Major sugar mama
I
vibes.
think
No.
eventually.
No.
I'm
Pete-
like
No.
no.
major.
Me, the sugar mama.
You're the sugar
I'm
mama.
sorry. No. Never.
I can see you with like a 23-year-old stud.
I don't go for studs and looks and stuff. Like I see
Oh.
them like babies.
Oh,
Like
like a guy who plays lacrosse.
Like
Not
I
D1.
see you as like
Not
the
D1
next
though,
millennia
but-
Trump.
no,
No,
I
I
like.
mean not with Donald, but like I see you with like an older, sophisticated, like
Yes.
like
yes, that's
well-off
what I want.
man.
An older, sophisticated, sexy man.
An older.
I know. I'm unfortunately
Shit,
like
man.
we're
We're out of
different
line.
generations. Unfortunately.
What do you mean? How old are you again? You're 35.
I'm
right?
35, and so that's why I
I'm
was
33. He's
like
34.
cautious with coming on to because
Oh.
you guys are college age. You
Well,
know,
no,
and I'm not a
27,
sugar
26.
mama or cougar.
Oh. Would you ever pay? Would you? If can I want to be matchmaker here. Will you take him out on a date? Will you take him out on a date?
The thing is, I don't date just to date. Like
You date to have sex? You
No.
just come over.
no, I mean I've had
wanna go to Ruth's
I've
Chris.
had lovers. I've had lovers.
You have lovers right
Take
now.
me to Ruth's
Lo-
Chris.
Do you
like-
have a lover right
I
now?
do not.
You
I
get
do
Red
not.
Lobster.
When's the last time you had
Red
a lover?
Lobster.
I haven't had a lover in a while.
It's been how long has it been?
Years.
Wait,
Years?
wait, hold on. Whoa. Years.
Well, a lover for me is someone
Sex?
that I deeply care for.
When's the
But
last
we're
time?
not.
When's the last time you hooked up with somebody?
I don't kiss and tell either. A lady does not
days
kiss
ago?
and tell. No,
A
definitely
fortnight?
not. Definitely not.
Fortnite?
Fortnite? What's Fortnite?
14 days.
Oh God, no.
So
More. Way
more.
more.
How long? A year?
I'm sorry. Like I have a date. I just started on the dating app,
Uh-oh.
and I seriously fall asleep once I start looking.
What app?
Huh?
What app?
Hinge.
Hinge.
I'm on Hinge. However, I have fallen asleep on there, and people are like, "Wow, you disappeared again." It's like, so they wonder if I'm doing it for my social media. It's not. Like, I'd like to find someone, but I'm lazy. Like,
If she takes you out on a date, what do you think?
Where are we going?
I'm not taking anyone out on a
Why?
date.
Why?
I don't even take myself out
What
on
about
a
equality?
date.
What about equality?
The thing is, surprisingly, I'm an introvert, and I'm extroverted during, like, no, like, seriously, I prefer, like, yeah, I know.
Savage. You're savage, Brian.
Okay.
That was the moment right there.
All right.
It's a
I
no
have-
from her, basically. She
I
just wants to
have
take you out.
stiff. Oh, rate their looks. Okay, what do you rate yourself?
Next, no,
Okay,
I'm passing.
here. Let's start
Somewhere.
here. Let's go to you then.
Oh God.
Close into the mic.
That's funny. We just talked about this. I'm probably gonna rate myself. We're in Santa Barbara, so I'm probably like a Santa Barbara 8, maybe an LA 7 for myself.
You think?
Personally, my mom and I think that I'm a 10. Absolutely. That's me. But in perception of other people to me, I'm probably like not everyone's type, and I'm probably like a solid 7.5, 8.
Wait, so you think in LA you're ranked?
I'm ranked lower. Yeah.
It's a different scale.
It's a different
Nah, the
scale.
women in Santa Barbara are way more attractive.
I would.
Depends on your
Women
type.
Sure.
Women in Santa Barbara are more attractive.
Put those women in Santa Barbara
higher
that
cost
are
of living. Higher
yeah,
cost
but-
of living.
Okay,
Sorry.
sure. But let's say we take it to Idaho or like Tennessee. And
Okay, what do you in Idaho find?
I feel like I would be married by now in Idaho. Like, that's
You'd
the
be
thing.
locked down in Idaho.
I would be locked down.
Oh,
as-
shit, you
So
got
you'd be married to a farmer, a potato farmer?
I'll be married to a farmer. I pick up his accent.
Boise.
and-
Oh, so you're in the farmers?
Yeah,
the
that is
farmers
like
your
the
type?
manliest occupation.
That's the
Then why do you live in Santa
Hell
Barbara?
yeah.
Move to
We're-
Idaho.
Yeah,
We're from a
pesticide
college
free
here.
food.
We're from a very
Yeah, we're from a little country
a little
town.
country town down.
Boise.
South
Where?
San Diego.
Are y'all related?
Where are you guys
No,
from?
we went to high school together.
She's my sister's roommate.
Yeah, we're from a little town east of San Diego, so it's like
Oh,
inland,
okay.
so not
Farmer
quite
town,
beach.
country,
yeah, it's like If you don't have
conservative.
if you don't have horses, you're the odd one out.
Yeah.
Like,
Y'all like
Cows
corn?
in the middle of our town.
what's that?
Corn.
Not
No,
corn,
we-
chickens.
Oh,
chickens.
Lots of chickens.
Okay.
Mhm. We have like a llama farm, an alpaca.
That's so
farm.
cute.
Yeah,
Our
stuff
chicken
like that.
farm is
Yo,
pretty big.
Yo,
My-
hold
My
on.
house backs up to.
Okay, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the chickens. Okay,
Well, I do.
we have 4,000 people watching, guys. Yo, can
Wow.
we? The chat is on fire. Can we please get to 2,000 likes? Drop a thumbs up. Okay, so what about you? What do you rate yourself?
Purely looks, like
Yeah, just
no,
looks, just looks.
like, probably like, especially in LA, like a 6.5 to like 7.5, depending on your type.
Okay, you got good flow though with the hair. That's an
I mean,
extra.
like, if I'm your type, to me, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I can't really change how I look that much, so I'd rather work on other parts of myself. And like, I can improve only so much, but my face is my face.
Okay, Reese, what about you? 1 to 10.
I don't know. It really like depends on the day, but maybe an 8. I don't know.
Okay. What about you?
I'd say I'm like an 8.
Okay.
6 without makeup, 7.5 with makeup.
Oh, quick on that one.
Objectively, I think I'm pretty average. 5.
Okay. What do you rate yourself?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I would say I'm about an 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good time.
We're humble here.
Yeah, good crown. All right. Does anyone want to revise their answer? I have a makeup remover.
No.
I have rosacea. That's not fair.
So, you want us to wipe our faces off?
I feel
wanna
like we
shave your
didn't
beard
like
off?
give ratings like indicative of needing to be humbled more. Like,
Yeah.
like,
We're
I mean, you can see me without eyebrows, but these lashes are
I'm
permanent.
barely
but I do
wearing
look
makeup
like
right now.
yeah, I
I'm
do
not
look like a
wearing-
naked mole
I
rat.
said I'm
without
barely
makeup.
wearing makeup right now.
I'm only wearing mascara.
Natural.
We can
You
tell.
guys all look very
No, I'm
natural.
wearing
Huh?
a good amount of makeup.
I could tell.
Oh, okay.
My-
That you're not.
I just
you're
focus
not
on
wearing a
my
lot of
face makeup because it's just my acne that I.
Wait,
that I do.
here, you didn't rate yourself. What's your rating?
I'm not going to.
Just say you're 10. Just say it.
No.
I don't want to say it.
I would never say I was a 10.
what's
Because
your-
seriously, I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, girl, you need some water and sleep.
What is
Like,
what is beauty in the? What is the beauty in the eye of the? What does it actually mean?
I think like
What you're attracted to.
everybody has different opinions and everybody's a different flavor. Everybody has different tastes. So it's like someone's going to be like, oh my God, she's an 11 out of 10. And that's their business. And then some people are going to be like, she's a fucking 3.
Like
she's like huge and tall and all that kind of shit. But like me personally, I have learned to not put too much stock. Like when I conceive of myself, I'm not my own type. So I wouldn't like rate myself a 10 because when I look in the mirror, it's not like if I could change like the way I look, I wouldn't pick this in particular. Not that I think I'm ugly or hate myself. I love myself, but it's just like, it's literally just visual aesthetic preference, like likes and dislikes. It's not that deep. And it's as deep as you make it.
respectfully, I've made money off my looks myself, so that's why I can say.
Well, you know,
Wait, Reese Witherspoon. We have one more question for you before you leave.
Oh, okay.
Last question here. She's got to
Are
leave.
you
She's got to
leaving?
dip.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Her friend is recalling her.
Yeah.
To the. Oh, wait, sit down for
Oh,
this
you
one.
want me to- okay.
Yeah,
This
you
is
got
gonna take a minute. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Reese.
Yes.
Is it easier for men or women to get laid?
I think it's easier for women to get laid.
That
Would
was
you like me
perfect.
to
Is that a
expand,
question?
or is that
like
that's?
a-
I feel like
is that up for debate?
That was the question. That was the question.
yeah, I feel like it's a pretty simple answer. I think it's easier for women. Men tend to have pretty low standards when the only thing they're looking for is sex.
Is there more to that?
Is that I feel like.
I think she covered it.
Where did your friend go, by the way? Did she text you?
Yeah, I.
Rude.
Sorry.
Well, not you, but.
Yeah, she texted me.
What did she say? Was it too toxic for her?
Not necessarily. There was just some things said here and there that she was pretty uncomfortable with.
Oh, was it Enola? Wait, did I say your name right?
I mean, Kayla's my name.
Oh, I thought it was Enola.
Enola Blaze, that's my
That's
stage
your
name.
stage name. Is it because of Enola?
Yeah.
No, not necessarily. It's just things here and there.
Oh. Okay.
Great.
A little too toxic.
There was
I mean,
someone.
you know, this is a pretty controversial podcast.
Yeah,
What
a
was-
little bit.
Not really.
What was said controversial here today?
Well, I think compared to
Not
other
really.
podcasts, I'm pretty tame. But
Yeah.
I think compared, like, of what you hear, for example, like amongst your college peers, especially living in Santa Barbara, UCSB, fairly liberal. I suppose some of these things could be shocking to hear, but
Do you want me to keep it a stack right now? And this is not to come at anybody in particular, but to me, she seemed like she was part of the LGBTQ, and this is an assumption.
She
but
said
she
she
might
dates
not
women.
have.
She said she was lesbian.
Yeah, so she might not be on track with some of the things that you said about trans and not supporting that, and because that is a really controversial issue. And like, I'm in support of anybody living their life however the fuck they want, but that might have maybe made her feel some type of way, and she just
Oh.
chose to remove herself.
Sure.
That's the only thing I can think of,
Yeah.
because like, if you've watched this podcast or listened to any man in the last 10 years, like, you knew what to expect. But that is the only thing, and that's not to
totally-
like slight you. That's just.
I agree. She
know,
seems like a
observation.
lovely girl. I just think that if we could like sit here and have a cordial conversation, I think we're all like totally cool trying to find common ground on things. You know, maybe we could get somewhere with something. And, you know, it's good she just removed herself from a situation she feels uncomfortable with. But I feel like constantly we have people in these subset communities that just walk away because they don't have anything to say.
well, I suppose the polite thing, at least. I mean, if she was that uncomfortable with the conversation, she's free to obviously leave, but she could have at least said, "Hey, I'm gonna."
I mean, she should have maybe like text you. Maybe
Just
she
let
didn't
us
want to
know.
interrupt, and maybe
Yeah.
like right now, since this is like a dating show, we already got into so many
Yeah,
like
we
kind of political issues. It's not really the time or place to debate something that kind of heavy and deep. You know, that is people are
We
really
didn't even
really.
debate anything.
No,
She
but
just
we
said she doesn't support.
No, that's fine.
Wait, I
but
thought that
she
she just
wanted to
didn't-
just
she
probably
didn't
remove herself.
Explore having relation or intimacy with. Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
And first of all, someone wants to be cute over there, and I do.
Are you
I-
reading the chat? Don't
Oh,
worry
I'm
about it.
sorry.
Anyways, so
someone called
Reese,
me
you
a
have to go.
man.
Reese has to go.
on there.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, me too.
Drive safe.
Bye, guys.
Nice
Yeah,
meeting
not
you.
coming
The
at you, by the way.
the
Just
ignorant.
Is your name Reese?
it's not the time.
Oh, okay. You just said Witherspoon, that's why.
Should I?
Bye.
Triggered. Could you put that on the ground,
Should we
please?
scoot over?
We could actually do a little scoot. I think would be best. Just make sure the mics don't get knocked over. I mean, we're only gonna go probably for another 20-30 minutes. Oh, shit. She's already obvious.
You were gonna
No,
ask
she
her to
did.
Maui, huh?
Huh?
You were gonna ask her to Maui, huh?
I was.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask her to Maui.
She was the one.
She was the one.
Come on.
Rip.
She reminded me of that
R.I.P.
one girl from oh my gosh, no, I'm blinking. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh.
I'm forgetting her name. She's beautiful.
Mandy Martin.
No.
Is that who it is?
No, with the guy that
We
played the
didn't e-
Joker.
We didn't even really like.
It was
Besides
you.
the like
Ledger?
brief comments
Ledger,
you
yeah.
made. We didn't
we
skipped over that. Like we didn't
Yeah.
even really engage in that. So I don't know what the deal was.
I'm not, like I said, that's just my observation and of what possibly out of all the topics that were broached in any particular manner. But like I could see someone that felt very passionately about that was a part of the community, maybe didn't even want to engage it because they didn't have the energy or they knew where it was going to go, because it
Sure.
is, yeah, like it's, like I could sit here and advocate, and I would it like any time, but would it be productive? I don't know, because this is like
Are you not allowed
ultimately
to talk about trans people? Or?
no, you are, but like that was
No, but
she took a stance and she probably didn't like the stance.
We also
Yeah.
generalized it, and then I narrowed it down. Like after she left, I was like, "Wait, what did you mean by that?" Like I narrowed it down like an hour and a half later. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's
She was
a
sitting
subject
there.
all
that's
she
pretty
said was she didn't
controversial.
support it, and then
Stiles.
Karina.
That was
then
the
Karina
woman I
made
was thinking
it.
of. Julia Stiles.
Julia.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I made it.
Mandy Moore is the
Thank
one
you,
where
Mickey
she has
Mick.
cancer.
You know, we could have been going to Hawaii together, but alas.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about body count really quick. Should body count matter, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, wait, well, here, let me start over here, and then
sorry.
we'll come to that. That's fine.
For the man or the woman?
Both?
I think kind of. I think it's more about how you go about your relationships, regardless of the number, and how like you treat each partner and how you enter and exit those engagements. And that should be more reflective of like you than just a number. So yes and no.
What was the question?
Should body count matter?
Yeah, for the most part.
It's a conversation I
What are
don't
you
like
pouring?
to talk. Ask. It's
Wait, what?
What are you
It's
pouring?
nasty.
Water?
What does it matter? Why do you want to know? Like with your partner, so you know, it's just one of those things where it's like that was your life, this was my life. That's not who I am, or that's not who you are, and stuff. It's like meet me where. It's not a subject that you want to discuss.
You are
like,
so far away from the microphone. I don't think
It's
anybody
not
can
a
hear you.
subject to discuss. It's like
Body count?
what's the point of you telling me you screwed an X amount? It's like, am I supposed to be impressed or grossed out? Like, you know, it's not something that I would like talking about.
You don't like talking about body count?
No, that's nasty.
Do you ask
Because
your
yes,
partner?
there are diseases out there. I'm sorry.
But you can't get a disease from talking about body count.
But I'm not going to judge someone on body count and stuff either.
So
it's
it
like,
doesn't matter to you whatsoever.
I don't want to know.
Oh.
Like even if you're
so I
dating
think
that
that what
person.
you're saying
It's
is that
like-
it does matter to you, because
But,
if it was
okay.
high, it
It's
would
like if you
bother
need to go to the bathroom for whatever reason, I do not need to know what your reason is to go to the restroom. That is your business. You know?
Word. Okay. Well, would
Go
it?
to the
Would it?
bathroom,
Here's a
boo.
different question. Would it upset you if a guy who either on a first, second date, if a guy asked you what your body count was?
I think that would be kind of like an immature. That would be like me, hard pass on you. I gotta go.
Okay, I'll come back to that. I want to get everyone's answer on this though. Go ahead, and then we'll come back around.
I would want to know why he needs to know, because if it really, like that guy's comment, he was like, it was so in depth and stuff, but I don't know if all men are thinking that deep into it, or they're just like, oh, is she ran through or not, or whatever. But it's like, I would want to know why, and if you are someone to make snap judgments on people, if they asked me and wanted to know my whole sexual history, I'd have no problem being open. But if they just wanted to like call me a slut if it was over a certain number, then I'd be like, fuck off.
No, but they might want to use it as a criteria for disqualifying you from pursuing you further.
I honestly think that's fair. If that's what they want in a partner, that's what they want.
Sure.
If that's part of their criteria, maybe that's not somebody I want to be with. We're not a match.
Yeah.
Move on.
Okay.
Like, there you go.
What about you?
Oh yeah,
Wait, what? Yeah.
it does. Does it
No.
matter? You said does it matter? Was that the
No,
question?
the question I
Sorry.
switched it to.
Oh, okay.
Would you take an issue if a guy was asked you on a first or second date or something fairly early on, let's say,
Yeah, early on is
about your body
disrespectful.
count?
Yeah, I
It's
think that's
disrespectful.
it's not disrespectful as much as it is like immature and novice, and it's just like
It's immature and novice.
yeah,
Okay.
it's more of a question that you ask once you are willing to consider consider like settling down with them. Or
That's when you
something.
should ask the question.
Or not settling down.
What
as
if you
in
didn't want to
marriage,
waste time? What
But
if
like,
you
Well, if I didn't
But
want to
with it-
waste time, I'll ask for your bank statements. It's like, all right, let's see the bank statement. You want to know my body count? Let's get that personal then. It's just, there's certain things that are, it's tacky.
Well, the difference there, I would say, is there's no way to, I mean, you can look at a woman's behavior, you can sort of look at their appearance and make, to some degree, a judgment over potential promiscuity or body count. But if a guy tells you that he's a mechanical engineer in this city, you can just go on to, what's the website where you can look at people's...
Like a white pages,
profile
like what,
of
Yeah, well, there's
job.
there's websites where you can just like
see how much
Go
they
just a
earn.
background check
like
type of thing.
no, not see
can
how
find
much
their
specifically
salary.
they earn, but you say here's their rate.
Oh,
like,
Glassdoor?
Like
Like,
Glassdoor,
yeah,
you can
got
see.
you.
Okay, a software engineer in San Francisco is making likely to be making X amount. So I mean, if someone tells you they're a certain career, you're going to have a sense of their earnings. It's not foolproof, but whereas with body count, it's kind of up in the air.
Yeah, but I've misread guys before, and then like once we get into the body count conversation, like their body count is significantly like just lower than I thought it would be. I'd be like, oh, you're like a 30, 40, you're an entertainer, you do this, you do that, and they're like, nope, been with a handful of chicks in my whole life, and it's really like, but then it starts clicking as I see like how do they treat women outside and all this other stuff.
Well, I feel like as dudes, I mean, you have to go through. I mean, me personally, like I went through, a stage where I was knocking them down or whatever. But as you get older, like you realize, well, like now I only have sex with women that I would date. So if I wouldn't even date you, I won't even have sex with you because it's a waste of time. I'm busy. I don't have time to do all that.
It's
So-
interesting. Some people don't have to go through the hoe phase to see that too. And
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know
true.
what that-
But a lot of guys
what
can't
that
even have a
entails,
hoe
but-
phase. A guy has to be able to have a hoe phase. Like any girl can have a hoe phase, but a guy,
I don't
every
think he
guy
needs
can't
to.
have a hoe phase.
I think a
Yeah,
guy
that's true.
doesn't
I agree.
have
What-
to have a hoe phase.
Where are you going with it?
I just think that
Where-
there's
like-
different levels of like
You got
emotional
instant,
intelligence. Like for me, yeah, I'm older, and I shouldn't have been here because I'm older, because it's a different crowd. However, it's like if someone were to start a conversation with me like that, I would be like, my brain cells does
Eric,
not really have the capacity for this conversation.
Can you close the door, Eric?
I think that. Can I jump in? Okay.
Let me have her go
okay.
first. So if a guy on a first or second date asks you, "What's your body count?"
I obviously
take an issue with it?
I'm always upfront with
Okay.
everybody that I'm talking about, my friends,
Yeah.
my family, everybody. If somebody asks me my body count, like that's something I can't even give because I don't personally know. But I don't think it's a respectful thing.
You think it's not respectful?
Yeah.
You know what else is not respectful? People being on their phones while we're
So
in the middle of a
I
conversation.
literally hate when people do that.
Yeah, you're literally on your
Yeah, it's
phone
so
right
annoying.
now, literally.
Oh,
okay,
God.
so yeah, you were on your phone. Okay, so what about you?
I think that body count does matter, and it's indicative of a lot of things. I think that when bringing up that conversation, I think if first date, guy just comes off super blunt with it, I'm going to be like, okay, that was distasteful. But I think that if I'm going on a second or let's say third date with somebody, I have significant interest in them because I'm not wasting my time going on a third date with some guy I don't see a future with in any sense. And hopefully that's the same back. So if on the third date he asks that question in a respectful sense, then I think that is definitely something that should be disclosed.
First date.
But
First date. He's not being a dickhead about it, but he's just like,
no,
hey, listen,
it's all in delivery. Everything is in delivery.
Okay, here's the framing. It's not like, what's your body count, whore? The framing is, hey, listen, I'm not interested in something casual. I'm looking for something serious. Mm-hmm. I happen to think that body count matters. Just, it's something that's important to me. I would like to know what your body count is.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it important? Because of everything else we spoke about?
Let me come back to that, but I'll tell you why body count's important. But if he framed it in that way, would that still be disrespectful or rude?
No, I honestly, I think the elegant thing to do would say, okay, well, what's the number that's too high for you? And if he said 5, you know,
Then I say
depending
5.
on who I am. No, depending on who I am and what my actual count is,
Shame.
I would say, thank you so much for taking me out. I'd leave
Mm-hmm.
half the bill and I'd leave. Or I would say, my number's under that, and I'm glad we both value this thing.
Oh, wow.
What's yours?
You're so cordial.
I mean, I suppose that's one way to do it. Okay.
Wait, but I think that if a man sleeps with a woman and then asks her body count and acts like it matters to him, he's out the window. I think that is just garbage.
That's gross.
Wait, what's gross?
So let's say a man sleeps with a woman
Uh-huh.
and he has this, you know, idea in his head, or I shouldn't say idea in his head. If he has this, if he's, you know, has the motive to be in expectation of being in a long-term or looking for a long-term thing, and he sleeps with a woman and then asks what her body count is because it matters to him, shame on him, because he didn't, you know, then she probably would not have done what she did if she knew.
Is that
his
if that's
opinion
like a
on it?
Oh, sorry.
Not necessarily, but
if that's the biggest pre-qualifier, I think that's like I said, the most novice and immature pre-qualifier ever.
it's immature to care about a woman's promiscuity.
Immediately, and promiscuity as in like how long ago was that past and present, future, whatever. But like, why aren't you thinking about like how is she in public? How does she treat you? How does she speak to her family? Does she even you know, like those things are so much more important, and you can't just get everything hashed out in one date. So that's why I think like the first date, that does not make sense.
Just be with someone that has the same values that you. Some men want a freak that has a ton of experience. Some want a little innocent virgin. If they don't like who you are, don't be with them. Don't feel personalized. Just move on. Like, honestly, like it's really like not. It's only as deep as you make it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to put your value as a human being on your body count, that's on you.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If people want to do that
But I
to
think
you
it's dumb.
and you take their opinion to heart, that's
Yeah,
on
but so
you.
many women have a serious issue with this being a preference that men have.
I get that.
A lot of women, I mean, a couple women at the
Find
stable
a man
have
that
it.
doesn't.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know that your
Wait, before I have you go, did you get to give your take on this?
Oh, I think body
Like if
counts.
a guy asked
I wouldn't care.
on the-
No.
Okay.
I think it's important.
Okay.
I think it's about self-respect for yourself. They want to know you respect yourself.
Sure.
Got high standards, yeah.
Okay, cool. What about, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, did you know that when you have sex with a guy, his DNA is inside of you?
Like forever? Or
Yeah,
like
forever.
for, like,
like
6
there's
years or
there's
something?
a
I heard that.
Even with
study
the
or
Oh, I've heard of this.
yeah, like you she couldn't even donate bone marrow because like this guy's wife tried to donate bone marrow, but she couldn't because
She had
his
too much semen?
DNA was
part of her
was
bone
part
marrow,
of her bone
so-
marrow. So every time you
That's
share,
why sex is so spiritual.
Yeah,
It's
so
like so important.
Totally.
to
I
be
think
very,
it's the highest connection you can choose to have with
So,
someone.
like,
And I
that's
think
why-
that's why you should have a
Sex-
low body count.
Yeah.
Because it's so
I
spiritual.
think sex is so such a
Sacred.
big thing and should be a valued thing. The same reason that sexual assault is so awful.
Mhm.
You know,
It's so-
if
yeah,
you know, punching someone in the
traumatizing.
face is not the same as assaulting,
yeah.
sexually assaulting someone, because you know, high-fiving someone is not the same as making love.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
That was so simple.
All right, another
Love
one
that.
bites the dust.
She got work in
Uh,
the
nobody
morning. She
can-
got a nurse.
Nobody can just
Are you
make it till
respect?
the end.
Do you guys think promiscuous women make good moms?
It
Are they
depends.
leaving their kids to go fuck people?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
like,
not if
you know
you're
what I
actively
mean?
in work like that. I don't think so.
Like, that's not good. But
Because I
like
believe
in their past.
Well, I believe if you don't care what goes in your vagina, how can you care what comes out of it?
that might be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I don't think it's stupid.
No, because that's just saying that people stay stagnant their entire life. Like, what if somebody has like a phase in their life where they were mentally going through something and they did behaviors or whatever that, you know, you might judge, everybody might judge.
So if
whatever,
I murdered a
but
bunch
then,
of kids,
obviously,
back,
we're
like,
not
10 years
talking
ago.
about like rape. I mean, the R word and murder, like stuff like that, and like we're not talking about like crimes that are harming people. Ethics is about harm. If you're harming somebody else, then like absolutely. But if it's just out of the standards of like acceptable society,
Get some help.
but I'm just facts. But
Wait, do those memes come up when somebody like donates? Or
no, but people aren't stagnant. People can grow. People can change. And that's just kind of a ridiculous.
Okay,
Stop it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you hide
Stop it. Get
Can you hide that, Eric? I'll know what's going on with it. Okay, so body count shouldn't matter, whatever. What's your body count?
Much lower than 10.
Much lower than 10. What?
I was in a relationship for like 5 years, and I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18. So
Until she didn't lose her virginity until 18.
18 or 19, something like that.
Okay. Wait, what? Before you leave, what's your body count?
Also, no judgment on
said
people
she
that have
didn't want
high
to answer
body
that.
counts. It's just a personal preference.
Susan.
Susan's a virgin.
No, I'm a virgin.
Totally a virgin.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Bye.
meet you.
Bye.
Okay. 7?
Maybe around there. I'd have to go back through history.
Okay. What's your body count? Body count doesn't matter. What's your body? Oh my God. Okay, I'll answer for you since you're gonna not answer. It's 73.
That's fucking rude. And very presumptuous of you.
Why is it rude if body count
But
doesn't
I
matter?
But I could say that yours is probably
Because to him
2.
it does, so he's
Mine
making
is
a
2.
statement.
Yeah.
What? Well, I mean, you're saying it's rude for me to just throw out some joke number.
So
but
I
I've asked
threw
you
out
a
a joke
question. I've
number.
asked you a question, and you're just refusing to answer the question. And you're just being like, "Oh, I'm a virgin." I mean, come on, you're not a virgin.
I know, but I'm just setting up the shirt. Like I wore the shirt for a reason. I knew this freaking
Okay, but
question was gonna come up.
what's the actual answer?
Less than 15.
Everyone's less than something tonight.
It didn't like count beforehand. Right?
But I mean, if your body count, for example, you said it's less than 10. If without disclosing my body count, let's say my body count was less than 10, I would know precisely how many people I've slept with because that's a low number. I would
Okay,
remember all
circle
those
back
people.
to me. I'll go through.
I would remember all the people.
No,
I've
I
had sex
remember
with.
them, but it's like I do long term, so it's like I have to kind of. It's still a 10-year history.
Once you
and
hit like
so-
20 or 30, that's when I think
It's not like I won't remember them. I just
things
didn't
get
think about
hazy.
it before this moment in time.
Could you tell us your body count after we're done?
What about you?
Why won't you answer my question?
People
I'll
that
come to
I've
that.
wanted to sleep with, 6.
People you've wanted to sleep with, 6. What about total?
I can't. I don't know. I
like,
erased that from my
Sure.
head.
Do you think it's over 300?
No.
Okay. Between over
so
200.
let me just say this. People, since the career path that I decided to take, that I was only seeing certain dudes at, like, it wasn't like different dudes every day, multiple different dudes. It wasn't like that. It's like one dude, and I would see him for as long as I could until something happened. So not that many. I would say maybe, if I'm going to say highest, 100.
Okay. How much did you charge, by the way?
It varies.
Did you
Some
set
people-
the prices?
I do set the prices.
Well, I was saying you had a pimp. I don't know if he set the prices.
No, I wouldn't consider him a good pimp.
Yeah, that's got disconnected. It's all good.
I mean, I
So-
don't think there are good pimps out there, but
What about Andrew Tate?
I love Andrew Tate.
You love Andrew Tate.
Yeah. W. Free Andrew Tate.
Free Top G.
Free to Tate brother.
Free Top G. Free Top G.
He's out?
What?
I think so.
No.
Stop it.
No, they
Shut
keep
up.
extending it.
They are.
There's no way.
There's a bunch of like every fucking day there's this fucking channel on YouTube called, I think, there's BSN and like Festify, and they release every day the same like clickbait shit, which is like Andrew Tate released today, and it's like, bro, do you guys know what I'm talking about? BSN and like Testify on YouTube. They release these 1-minute update videos, and they're like, Andrew Tate released today. I'm like,
Just like tabloids of YouTube.
and I always click it. I'm like, oh shit. Festify, fucking, they clickbait worse than I do. Okay, Free Top G. Okay, so, what's the most you've ever charged a guy for some action?
I mean, I would charge. I wish I could charge a lot. The most I've ever got paid,
Yeah.
2,000.
2K.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
How much did the pimp take?
So
Or was this
the situation with I've had multiple pimps.
Multiple pimps.
But not serious ones. But so like in the beginning of when me and my ex that I was with for 3-4 years, I don't know. I gave him like all my money, and he would give me like a little bit back. Like he would give me like maybe like $60 for like pocket money if I wanted to buy like a dance outfit or something like that. But like as time went on, like he's the one who really pursued me and wanted to be in a relationship.
Don't read the chat.
I don't care.
Don't read the chat.
He eventually told me like he loved me and he wanted to be with me. So I kind of just played my role, and I was like, you know, maybe this is it. Maybe this is my man, you know, because I've always wanted to be married. That's my goal. That I think that should be every woman's goal. And something just switched in him one day, and like he just got extremely abusive.
Do you know what PIMP stands for?
No.
Positive. Oh, were you gonna do it?
Well, no. That's the Andrew Tate, but that one, the bad one, is a professional in manipulating people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Andrew
Andrew Tate is the positively, inspirationally motivating person.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good pimp.
A positively.
I mean, a lot of pimps nowadays, they call themselves like lifestyle coach. They do.
They kind of are a lifestyle coach.
That's funny.
Okay. So the most you ever made was 2000s, but okay.
Yeah, one person.
Got it. Body count?
That's an intimate detail of my life. I decline to share because I don't think my future husband would appreciate that as well as.
Sure.
You know.
Okay. Oh, that's fair.
No, it's not. I literally declined, and you were like 73.
And then you
don't even guess.
You can guess $1 million for mine.
That's so messed up. I know.
Well, I
just
firmly
saying, like,
believe that this is not something that the public needs to know.
It's okay. No, and I agree with you too.
You're
And
just,
I
you're
didn't
just mad that I went hard on you. And
yeah, and
he did
I'm
the
sure,
first time, and
yeah.
I stood my ground.
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure she is perceived as more intellectual, so that's why you went harder on me. But
No,
it's cool. It's
no,
cool.
no. It's
You
actually
do
it's
what you
more.
gots to
Here's
do,
what it has to
honey.
do. Ooh, here.
Keep the entertainment.
I'll come to
baby.
this in a bit. Marquavius.
I'm actually half Ukrainian too. Like, I'm everything.
Aram.
I'm Uzbeki, Russian, Ukrainian. But anyway.
Disavow. Okay.
Facetious.
No.
Cure your
I'm
rosacea.
gonna-
I don't have rosacea.
Delicious
stats. I love that.
Keep vigorously expressing your opinions. It will
Yeah,
break
can you
your
read it? So-
situationship. It will magically disappear. Okay. Your mom.
Oh, wow. Did you know that Marquavius Martin is actually a Mensa member? So he's like
He has an IQ
genius
over
IQ.
130.
Genius IQ.
Oh, I'm a genius.
Shit.
He
took a test and got a
Yeah.
score.
Wait, so okay. You're upset. You're upset that I grilled you. You're
What
upset.
is AARP?
Oh my
by the
God,
way?
this chick's checked out. Okay, what?
Okay, I'm upset that you grilled me and you didn't grill her. Yeah.
Well, I think it's because of your red hair.
Okay.
You know, like with the bullfighting, where they have like the red Toro shit. Is it kind of pink? It's like purple tones and shit. I don't know. In any case, I think the red hair,
lace front.
you know, like how
Yeah.
police are more likely to pull over red cars. I think that's why. Although
Okay.
she's wearing a red shirt, so I don't know.
Yeah,
what I'm
hold
talking
on.
Fair enough. I came off very sarcastic in the beginning, but that's just because that's
it's
my
all good.
humor. But not
She's just
everybody
being a
gets me.
troll. It's
It's
not
all
like
good.
actually her. Like,
Yeah, it's all good. Actually, I don't give
what's
a fuck
your
what
body
people think
count?
on the internet of me.
My body? Oh.
a troll in a good way. Y'all just
Oh,
don't
I
get
thought
it.
you.
It's
Oh,
over it.
sorry.
They'll
Sorry.
never
I thought-
No, you're
understand.
good.
I'm bad.
1.
Based.
She said that with pride too. She was like,
They got together at 14 though,
motherfucker.
so like
Got
it makes
one.
sense.
I love it.
Based.
She started dating him at 14.
Return to tradition.
But I'm not knocking you.
Reject modernity.
Modernity.
Embrace masculinity.
But
I want to see that in the chat, boys. What's your body count?
My body count, if I'm being honest,
Be honest.
I do not know.
Hundreds?
I've been having sex
Since
for
13.
longer than I haven't been having sex. I'm pretty good at sex now.
Oh.
But no, I mean it's in the hundreds.
There is a bed up there if you want.
yeah, prove it. Bring the couch. He likes those. Remember?
Prove it to you.
No, just to the world. That's his own review of himself. I'm not knocking you. I'm just thinking.
Onlyfans.com/whatever. Go subscribe.
Oh yeah, maybe I should get OnlyFans. Oh yeah, I'm gonna OnlyFans.
I support it. I
Yeah.
support it 100%.
Dude, you know
Sex
what? We
work
should
is
go into
valid.
business
Let's do
together.
it.
I'll have you run the whatever OnlyFans, and you'll just like.
Yeah.
you know.
I'm down, bro.
All right.
Sign me up. Fuck
All right, fuck it. Let's
Gotta monetize what I'm good at.
Like, oh,
he's
slang
gonna.
his schlong. I'm just trolling you, by the way. I'm not being a hater.
Can I ask? You said you were a comedian. Can you tell us a joke?
A joke.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah, do your set
That's
right
so
now.
do a set right now. No, man, I don't tell jokes for free.
Oh, good. Knows his value.
Yeah.
You ain't working for free over here.
I'm really.
So what's
sleepy.
your body count?
Okay, if I had to put a number on it, I would say. Oh man. I hope they don't put this on like what do you call it? How they like make a short of it.
You're overthinking
I'd say
it. You're definitely overthinking it. just say the number.
You're in a safe place.
I'm in a safe place.
Yeah, you're safe.
The internet is a safe place.
Yes, we don't
Maybe
judge.
like
Lindsay, put this on while he thinks about it.
Okay.
What is that?
It's
The
a World
three
War
something?
One.
Whose head has been in this?
Huh?
Don't worry about
maybe
it.
like 3 something.
Nobody's.
Oh, 3 something? Okay. Triple digits.
No. 2 like the high 2s maybe.
200.
2 like 2 almost 3s maybe. I don't know, man. Like I've done some sex parties. I've done like you got to count all of those. All of those count. You know what I mean?
When you walk into sex parties, do you respect people there? Like, do you just have a baseline respect for
you just
them?
smack the shit out of everybody. You just take whatever you want. Yeah, what do you mean? Of course you
Well, there's a
respect
difference
people.
between treating someone with respect and actually respecting them, because I treat everyone that I come in contact with with respect, and I
I'm a
respect
gentleman.
very few people, actually.
No, I'm a gentleman. I treat everybody nice.
Okay, so you treated them all with respect, but did you actually respect any of them?
But
I don't
he's
know.
the
I don't
same
know what you mean. I
If
don't
he's
know
going
that-
into that environment,
I don't know what
he's
you.
part of
Okay.
that community.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
he would be
no,
not
yeah,
respecting
so-
himself if he didn't respect them.
Yeah, no, like I don't. Promiscuous women. That doesn't really bother me. I don't really care. I do it like.
Does my hat look good?
Yeah, this looks phenomenal.
Looks
but
great.
for me, burn is like as long as a chick has burning desire for me, like the shit really don't matter because like like I said, I'm a unicorn. Like I don't have like issues with
Okay, I
chicks that I date.
have a side question. So I've seen I watch Love Island and shit. Like I love trashy reality TV just to numb my mind. But they always say in Britain that they're yeah, my body count's 400, 500. How? Do you think that's real or their cap about that? Because they really are very proud of those numbers. And it blows my mind. I'm not judging, but how do you actually maintain that or get to those numbers? Honestly.
Okay, well, college for one. I went to college, so that was
Someone do the math on how many girls you'd have to smash, at what rate to get to thousands.
Dude, it goes pretty fast.
Oh, sure.
You might go on a weekend, if you have a wild weekend. You go on vacation, chicks on vacation, they're wilding out. They're the numbers add up pretty quick.
The numbers add up pretty
they add up pretty quick.
All right, let's was there something we were supposed to react to?
You said there's a video.
Eric.
Too. Oh,
There-
that's awkward.
Here, one thing really quick. Let's pull this Yahoo thing up. We'll look at it for 2 minutes and then we'll play a video and then we're gonna wrap. Did I do Go ahead, you can pull it up. Most young men are voice crack. Most young men are single, most young women are not. Can you scroll down a little bit? So this came out from Pew Research, I think a month ago. Can you see where, can you find the link to Pew Research? There should be, scroll down, wait. Oh, it's the very bottom one. Wait, actually, story continues. Click that.
Yeah, the 30% of U.S. adults.
Yeah, click on that link. Hopefully it takes us to Pew. Control mouse wheel, zoom in. More, just do more. Okay, scroll down. All right, so pause there. Can you do one more? Scroll in one more so we can see a bit better. Okay, scroll down just a tad. Okay, so let's look at ages 18 to 29 and ages 18 to 29. So for men, 63% of men between the ages of 18 to 29 report being single. However, for women between the ages of 18 to 29, 34% of them report being single. So what the fuck is going on there? What that either means is that women are dating older men, or that's part of it, or I think the bigger thing is that women are all dating the top tier of men. So women are sharing men. And then you have women, they've got a boyfriend, or they're in a situationship with a guy, and maybe that girl's dating multiple people, he's dating multiple people, but the men at the very top, they have a ton of options. Then women below that have a little fewer options than the men. Well, it's not that they have fewer, but these men are just running through chicks. And then you have men who are average, who are basically getting nothing. So this is shocking, and this is like pretty catastrophic for society, I think.
I feel like some of these guys aren't like claiming the girls too, so there's that. The women might think they're in a relationship, just how we were like bantering about being in a situationship.
Wait, tilt the microphone so it's straight on.
The same way we were bantering that we're like in situationships and wearing it proudly, like men won't like claim the same energy at all. So, you know, a woman might think she's in a relationship, but it's so one-sided. That could be another factor too.
By the way, Marquavius Martins? I see it's not starred here, Eric. We didn't really read it, did we? Or
she read it to herself, kind of.
I don't want to screw Marquavius over here. Marquavius, confirm or deny? Was that an acceptable read of your? Because she's kind of mumbling through it.
You should read it again.
Yeah, I didn't see it starred here, so I was gonna pull it back up. Poor Eric. Oh yeah, carpal tunnel syndrome. Let's go. Oh, he's going for it. Okay, as soon as she comes back, we're gonna watch a video, and then we're going to.
So I'll tell you this story. I had sex with a dude one time.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait.
What? Where was this when we were talking about gay rights?
No, hear me out. So it was a girl.
Trans rights, let's go.
It was this girl, you know, she was sexy, had nice big butt, whatever. We had sex, blah, blah, blah. And then at some point, we got disconnected. And then the next time I talked to her, she had, I guess, decided she was a dude or whatever. But like she still had, I mean, she looked like a girl to me,
so
to her, she was a dude.
It was the way she was identifying, but she still anatomically was a girl?
That's a girl.
Did she still have a vagina?
Yes, she still had a vagina.
She was born with a vagina?
That's a woman.
Yeah, that's a girl, honey.
That's a woman.
Yeah,
I know,
you need to reframe that whole story.
In today's world, she's a dude. Because she says she's a dude. So I had sex with a dude.
Like
Gender and sex are two different things. Gender is a social construct. Sex is your biological makeup. And that's a whole, we could get into the science.
I mean, no, I agree. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, but just say you had sex with a dude.
We were all thinking you had sex with a dude.
Yo,
I was like top or bottom.
Explain it to me again.
No, she was born with a vagina. We had sex when she called herself a girl. And then at some point, she was like,
she had titties? Yeah.
Transgender.
It was a pussy.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a dick.
No. But
that's not gay.
That's a
I
woman.
never said it was gay. I just said I said
the phrase sounds pretty gay.
I know. I
phrase
framed
is
it
gay.
that way.
One time, I
that's
had
a woman,
sex
though.
with a dude.
Huh?
That's a woman.
But you can get canceled for saying that.
I don't
But
care.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Facts are facts. That's a woman.
Yeah. She's definitely a woman. But
you have a vagina, you're a woman.
Yeah. It was funny, though.
Gender and sex are two different things.
The chat is on fire. Oh my God.
Gender and sex are two different things.
Yo, NGT Gaming, thank you for the $100 super chat. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you. Welcome, man. What are your thoughts of girls reusing guys from the past to make the body count number not go up?
Is that like done on purpose, or are they just spinning the block for their ex?
I've
they
heard
still have
girls
feelings for
say
it.
this.
Really?
I've heard girls say this. Apparently it's a thing. Recycling.
I'm not mad at it.
I think they call it recycling.
I don't think the guy's mad at it.
I mean, mine as well if he already hit.
I mean,
you know what you're getting. It's no surprises. I guess that makes sense.
I think that should count. Like if the guy, if it should count as like half a body. I think.
No way.
Because if they've like fucked people since, like for example,
exposure-wise, I feel you. Okay.
Exposure-wise, I feel like you gotta be careful.
So what was your body count?
I'm a man of God. I don't reveal.
Wow. Okay.
I don't reveal.
So we're just all Satan's disciples here.
666. Yes, you are all.
That's his body count.
9, baby.
You can.
He said it. He said it. Drop it.
Wait, what? What about it?
That was your body count. That number.
Yeah,
What,
exactly.
666?
There you go.
I wonder if someone has actually counted.
Like with the goal to do
get
that.
to 666.
That would be kind of sad when they got to the last one and they were like,
It's
this
a
is it.
hardcore Satanist.
This is it.
That's
This
some
is it.
Satanist.
I'm sure there's somebody out
All right,
there.
let's do the Patrice
that
clip.
has done it.
Let's do the Patrice clip.
Patrice.
If you can hide this
Patrice O'Neal.
super chat. All right. Go for it.
Let me ask you a question. Here's a question. Here's a serious question. Okay, ladies, if you didn't have a vagina, like say it was a terrible train accident, right? And the doctor was like, we have to remove your pussy right away or you're gonna die. How would you keep your man past, you get a 2-month guilty, I can't leave the bitch right away because you just lost a pussy in a train accident. Can't just walk right out on him. How would you keep your man past that if you didn't have a vagina?
Eric. Pause it. Go ahead.
What that mouth do?
Okay, mouth,
There you
sure.
go.
I will like to add to that statement. What did ass do?
Okay. What's the ass do? Okay, what about you? Enola Blaze.
I would use my mouth.
Use the mouth. Okay.
Yeah, I'd figure out a way to meet some biological needs.
Sure. Okay. What about you?
I don't know. I'm not into weird stuff, so I don't know.
Is giving head weird to you?
Not weird, but not favorable. So.
Oh.
At all. I don't like it.
Okay, let's
That's
play
not
the.
fun.
Let's
Do you
play-
like getting it?
What? Oh.
That's a different story.
Oh, interesting. I like. Okay, I feel you. To each their own.
Okay, let's we'll
Nobody
play
said
the let's
V
play the
word.
rest of the
I
clip.
don't know who said that. We're all out of 3rd grade. Nobody said V word.
I said vagine.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
Wow. Nothing? You
Go
can
full
talk,
screen.
You can talk. Suck his dick. Okay. Mouth. Asshole. Okay, great. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, I've been getting pussy beamed the whole show, right? But I give women the opportunity to say, I'm gonna make myself worth more. But you just classified yourself as a series of holes. But I'm supposed to treat you special, but you're just a bunch of holes to yourself. No one said learn how to play Xbox, learn how to play pool, tell better stories, get another bitch that got a pussy to come on in.
What did you say?
Well, look,
Have another girl come
whatever.
Play
Okay, your reaction to that?
Yeah, I was thinking like bring other people into it as well, but it is funny because obviously when we answer that question, your guys' whole point are men are hunters, we need variety, we're biologically programmed to want this, and this, and everybody in a relationship is gonna want sexual satisfaction. If they're already dating me, they want to be with me for me, and the sexual stuff is just another component, and if that gets taken away, I'm gonna replace that component. So yeah, a logical answer is to answer about sexuality. It doesn't mean I'm classifying myself as a bunch of holes, but I love it. It's funny. It was a good bit.
Okay.
I agree.
I agree.
Sorry, that was just like not the own you thought it was.
Yeah, he was super funny. I love that.
But it was funny.
It was a pretty good own.
No,
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
No, it
And
was
you
really
guys
funny.
took the bait too. You
Yeah,
all
of
took
course,
the bait.
But I just put the logic behind why we took the bait. Right?
Yeah, like
It was inferred.
what did you want to say? I would make a better sandwich.
I'll get
like,
really good
I
at
would-
it. Yeah, like, okay,
Like,
you should already be
making
making
the
the
best
best sandwiches.
sandwiches.
Like, what?
I really need to learn how to cook.
I have, like,
I don't cook.
we
I
have
don't clean.
vaginas and they still want to fuck other things. Like, what do you mean?
Okay. All right. Okay, so any final thoughts quickly before I wrap up the show? Anything? Okay.
W.
Do you have a final question, or was that it?
I mean, I always have more questions, but I.
Well, throw us out like a final
No.
end question.
I'm gonna wrap.
If you're a man of God, why do you have so many hoes around you?
I am trying to introduce a new paradigm in dating.
Okay, which is
I want to introduce a new paradigm in dating. Synodyne, a new paradigm. Do you guys know that, like, when you used to go see the movies, there's like that intro before the movie?
right.
Synodyne, a new paradigm. In what the fuck was the rest of it? I don't know. Okay.
I did have a question that.
What's up? What you got for me, Lynn?
I was just wondering, like, what is your goal in life? Like, what do you want to do? This just came up when we were talking about how you don't spend your money. So, like, I feel like when you ask most people that question, it's A, have a family, or B, like, be as successful and rich as I can be.
Right.
And you don't seem to fall under either of those.
Yeah.
Make enough money so I can say fuck you to the government, and I want fuck you money. So I would never have to be in a situation where I'm like have a boss or anything like that.
How much money do you think that is?
Probably that's going to, I mean, it depends what age you retire, but probably that's at least $5 or $10 million, I think. So
like regularly coming in, not like you just won the lottery.
no, like that's, I think the number where it's like
Net worth.
I think you're good is like 5 or 10 million net worth.
Do you have any black
Maybe
in
not
you?
even
They're
that
getting
worth.
reparations in
Huh?
San Francisco. 5 million. That's all you need.
Is to change my skin color? Wait, reparations? What do you mean?
In San Francisco, they're talking
they're
about
doing
giving. Yeah, they're talking about giving people, black people, $5 million.
How do you feel about all that?
is it 5
Huh?
million?
How do you feel
And
about all
here
that? Do you
it's
think
like
you deserve
Yeah,
reparations?
I don't know. I
What?
mean, yeah,
In
that's
Los
what
Angeles
that's what I
County,
read.
yeah.
Huh? You said, how do I feel about that?
Yeah, like do
Well,
you?
I don't live in San Francisco, so I'm pissed.
No, they have a program there. Newsom is opening here too as well.
For reparations?
It's like $300,000 or something.
Do you
yeah.
think in general,
What?
people of color deserve reparations for what their ancestors endured?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. We're okay, let's, all right,
we're closing
dating
this out.
talk.
Yes.
All right.
The answer is yes. Read history.
Yo, so for those of you who enjoyed the show and you are interested in information about the sexual marketplace, you should really check out RP Mentor Tokyo's channel on YouTube. It's a little shout out for him. He left a super chat yesterday. So yeah, if you're interested in looking at some of this stuff, some data and information, RP Mentor Tokyo on YouTube. Anyways, guys.
I do have a final thought. I'm so sorry. One thing, it is important to me. LGBTQ plus. Okay, say it to this if you want. LGBTQ rights matter. Trans rights matter. All love to everybody. No judgment anywhere. Sex work is valid. Boom.
Facts.
Haram!
Thank you. Feel free to close it. Feel free to hate that statement. I don't care. That's how I feel, and everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Say the shit before the fucking end of the show. Say some fucking other fucking ridiculous shit.
Hey guys.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go get drunk. I'm just kidding.
All right. Yo, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who super chats and supports the show. I think, I don't know, guys, let me know in the chat really quick. Lower back down the TTS and the super chats. Maybe, I don't know. I'm testing it out, seeing how it goes. But I think last show the TTS was interrupting a bit too much. We had way too many super chats last show. Went pretty long. So, anyways, let me know. I'm gonna fluctuate and kind of see what works, what doesn't. But let me know on that. Big thank you to the panel who came. Thank you to you guys who stuck around for the entire show. Why are you putting an L?
I'm getting L's. It's
Oh,
okay.
she's an L? Okay. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for staying till the end. Appreciate it. Thank you to all of our chat mods and any women who are short and or who have a large labia, my DMs are open. BD_Atlas, just saying. Okay, we will be live again Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next time. I hope you guys have a good night. See you soon.